Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams.
And welcome in, everybody, to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad, Brian, and Eli Moon here with you on this Wednesday edition. New intro, and I'm still timing it out right here, folks. Having a little bit of a hair day, but we are with you. Chad B to my right, you're right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. And yes, we are Inside Edge Primetime here on this Wednesday. Thank you for being with us. Very excited for you to be with us. Of course, we're with you for the next 3 hours. One stream, 3 hours, 3 shows. It's a phenomenon like none other here on the Inside Edge Network. Thanks for tagging along the journey. And of course, if you're here for the first time, hello. If you've been here before, welcome back. Like, subscribe, follow Inside Edge Net on all the socials, YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're even on Twitch. Check it out. Like, subscribe, follow, smash that notification bell so you know when we're going live. Of course, we have 4 daily shows, 3 in one stream. Of course, we start off with Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6 p.m. Weekdays here on the Inside Edge Network. Then the 3-hour, 3-show, 1-stream Inside Edge Primetime here at 10 to 11, Chad and I. Then, of course, the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm. Tonight, Chad Bryan co-hosting with her, of course. And then Double A Anthony Alford, Midnight Run at midnight. We get unhinged, of course, here with you all throughout the week. 4 daily shows and great weekly programming for you at Inside Edge Net. And InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you, of course, can read about your favorite personality, Chad Bryan, and everybody who does a great job here across the Inside Edge Network. We have a lot of great stuff. You go over to our partners page as well, Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, Monster Moments, W Energy, SportsMemorabilia.com, and, of course, Omega Video Marketing. Could not do it without them, could not do it without you at home. So go over and grab something from the merchandise store, whether it's a shirt, a hat, a mug, a polo, rep something, a windbreaker, rep Cleveland's digital leader. That's what you want to rep, your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversations, news, and everything in between. And Chad, we got to tell them, we're on Roku. Take us wherever you are going, whether you're traveling, you're going out of state, you're going to the baseball game, whatever you're doing. Take us, the Inside Edge Network, on the Inside Edge Network app on Roku with you. All right, Chad B, how are you feeling? I've been looking at my hair that entire time, and I was like, my golly, bro. Papa Moon talked to me today. He's like, you want to go get some haircuts tomorrow? He's thinking we're going to get some fresh cuts before Moon Bash. I'm like, my goodness, bro. It's rough out here.
Sometimes, yeah, man, sometimes the hair does whatever it wants to do. There's no stopping it. I mean, you could try maximum hold. That's not going to work. It doesn't matter. It does what it wants to do. I'm doing pretty good, man. It's the middle of the week. I guess we made it halfway through the week, pretty much. It's Wednesday's done. We're over halfway through the week. We can say we made it now, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. This week's like one of those weeks where I'm like, it's okay if it goes a little slower. I got Moon Bash coming up this Saturday and Sunday, and I'm excited to get there. But of course, we got a lot of stuff to get done. Putting the final touches, finalizing some things. There we go. And just making sure we are ready to rock for Saturday and Sunday. Very excited there at Brothers Lounge. Inside Edge Network will be, of course, broadcasting from 1 to 8 p.m. You'll see Chad Bryan. You'll see Double A Anthony Alford, Kyle Cornell, Papa Moon. My dad will be there. It'll be great. All your favorites from the Inside Edge Network. So very excited there, Chad B. And I'm just feeling good, man. Like I said, hair is a little rough, but I got to go out to lunch today with my little brother. He's in from Columbus. You may see the camera shake from time to time. My dog, the family dog, is back in town, Luna, and she's running around. So the sirens are going off. I don't know if you hear the sirens. I am literally everything you could think of in a Grand Theft Auto game right now.
Perfect right now. Yeah, you like a 3-star wanted level. Good thing you ducked into the safe house though. You're fine.
Yes, good to go. Good to go. Absolutely. And I think everybody at home is going to be good to go after they see and hear this new segment we have here for you on Inside Edge Primetime. Super excited. I presented this to Chad last night. I said, how do you feel about this? And sometimes when you present an idea, pull the curtain back here for a moment, you're like, okay, this is going to get shot down immediately. And there are some ideas.
And I was like, by the way, I was like, I hate it. And Eli's like, well, we're doing it anyway. So
yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes, they get shut down. Sometimes they don't get shut down. And sometimes they get shut down and you still do the damn idea because you know what? That's what makes us a team. So tonight, Chad and I we're gonna work our way through this new segment, which is called Music of the Moment. And we are so excited to bring it to you. What does this mean? Well, Chad B, I'm glad you asked. And I'm glad all of you asked at home. Music of the Moment. It is going to be where I, this week and in next week, will, again, switch off. Chad will get an opportunity to think of some moments. We'll get there in a second. But here's what it is. Sports moments. I'm going to think of them. I've already thought of them. And I'm going to present them to Chad Bryan. Chad's going to go, awesome. I'm going to give you the soundtrack, the song that would go with this moment. It could be a happy moment. It could be a sad moment from whatever city. You know, it's going to be tough for some sport fans while joyous for others. That's just the name of the game, folks. And, of course, here we are, a new segment, Music of the Moment. Chad B, you ready to rock?
Yeah, I'm glad you explained it again. It's the first time I've understood the segment. Let's go. Let's roll. Let's do it.
Yes, I'm glad. I'm glad you're ready to rock. Everybody else is ready to rock. We are doing the thing. Here we go. All right. First moment for you to put the soundtrack to.
Yes.
Rajay Davis. He's up there. He's lined up against the Chicago Cubs. He gets ready. He's geared up, Chad B. And he takes a swing, and he sends it over the wall. It's a home run. The game's tied. Cleveland might get their first World Series since 1948. It's awesome. And we're just going to pause there. What is the song that is going around the entire world right at that moment?
See, this is a funny one because, okay, so Game 7, right? Leading up to Game 7, there was a lot of talk about who was going to throw out the first pitch and what was going to go down. And I always thought that Cleveland missed an opportunity at that point to have Charlie Sheen not only throw out the first pitch, but come out of the bullpen, right? To throw the first pitch in the Wild Thing jersey. And for some reason, all night that night, every time, Major League's one of my favorite movies, first of all. Regardless, baseball, sport, whatever. It's a great movie. I mean, it holds up. It still holds up. It's fantastic. There's so many great one-liners in that movie, but all night that night, because of the Charlie Sheen thinking, every time something good happened. Again, I'm a Braves fan, but I was yelling, screaming at my TV that night like no other. I wanted Cleveland to win this World Series more than probably you would think as a Braves fan. Every time something good happened for Cleveland that night, I thought of Wild Thing. I just kept hearing Wild Thing in my head, right? That like the kind of updated version for the movie. So to me, at that moment, that's probably what was going through my head. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the new updated Major League version, kind of like a little bit heavier, than the old 60s version or whatever. But yeah, Wild Thing, man, was probably going through my head at that time.
Okay, and give it a little revamp. I know you're not the biggest wrestling fan, but for wrestling fans out there, CM Punk, Cult of Personality is his theme song, and they actually gave it a facelift or a revamp essentially there as well. And fans were upset at first, just to pivot for a second. And then, of course, CM Punk comes out, explains why, it's actually so the artist could get more royalties out of it, more payment essentially, and get their contributions taken care of. So that was pretty cool there. All right, Wild Thing. I got another one here for you. We're gonna get into the world of fighting.
Okay.
Mike Tyson, he's pretty damn good. He did knock a lot of people out. Not really recently, but one time he didn't win, and Buster Douglas won. What was going through your mind when the upset of Mike Tyson by Buster Douglas? What would be going through everybody's mind, Chad B, in that moment?
This is tough. See, this would have been like I was a big Mike Tyson fan when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think at that point was convinced that he was invincible, right? He really hadn't come close to losing a fight that I had seen at that point ever. And I think he just really wasn't prepared for Buster Douglas. I don't think he took Buster Douglas very seriously. I think he was at a kind of maybe a little bit of a crossroads in his life. He was going through it in a few different ways. So to me, okay, this is going to get the Rocky IV treatment, man. Do you remember when Apollo Creed passed, man, when he fought Drago and it didn't go well. Remember the scene when Rocky was I was distraught. I don't know why. As however old I was, I think I was 12. Maybe 11, 12 years old when that happened.
Okay.
We'd have to look up the exact year, but I think I was around that time. And I was distraught, man. I was like, this guy was like a machine, and he lost, right? If I could have driven at that time, and maybe I was in the go-kart riding around the yard, listening to my Walkman or something. I'm that old. Listening to No Way Out by Survivor from the Rocky. Remember when Rocky's driving around, he's sad, he's like reflecting on his buddy, man, and talking, he's I was reflecting on my buddy Mike Tyson, man. Apparently, we had a bunch of moments at that point. We, fought each other in the ring a lot. Apparently, we were like, Rocky and Apollo. But yeah, no, I was pretty distraught. I guess that would have been the soundtrack of that moment for me. I would have probably been thinking of No Way Out by Survivor,
Okay.
man.
All right. All right. Hey, not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. I got one more here for you.
Okay.
We're going to go kind of a flashback to yesterday. Now, if you missed our Tuesday top 5, we did the Tuesday top 5.
What was it about?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Runner-ups. We did the top 5 runner-ups. And, of course, we had the 07 New England Patriots on there. And we may have some more thoughts here across the network here on those New England Patriots. But what we're going to leave it here for right now is the time in 2007. The Patriots should be walking to the Super Bowl at this point. They are sealing the deal, Chad B. All they need is a defensive stop. They just need people ferocious like Luna. You hear her in the background. She is ready to go. You just need a defensive stop. And David Tyree, he goes up in a heave from Eli Manning. He catches it. He puts it to his helmet. He goes all the way back. He gets the catch. Chad B. The Giants go on to win the 2007 Super Bowl. What is going through everybody's mind, the music of the moment, when it comes to David Tyree making this improbable because he caught it. It's not impossible, but improbable catch.
Yeah, I guess it can't really be impossible anymore. I was looking at the ball and I'm thinking like, I don't know what the regulations were back then for stick 'em or where you could put it.
Yeah.
Maybe Tyree had some sprayed on the top of his. I don't really know. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I think my song. I don't really remember. I'm going "Stuck on You," Lionel Richie, man. I'm going "Stuck on You" by Lionel Richie.
Wow.
There's the ball, right? And it's just stuck on you, man. I wish we can't play it. I wish I could play a couple lines from the song, but I can't do that. But yeah, I'm going "Stuck on You" by Lionel Richie. Short and sweet with that one. Short and sweet.
Right. We have a few minutes left here. I have time for possibly one or two more. I'm going to give you this one. It's going to hurt your heart.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
It's a little recent bias, recency bias here, but also hometown right here. We're Cleveland's digital leader.
Okay.
All right. The Cavaliers are up 20+ on the New York Knicks in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, no.
They are strolling to a win in MSG, and then they weren't, Chad B. And they end up losing that game. Madison Square Garden goes crazy. The Cavs go on to lose 3 more in a row. We are having the discussion we are now about bringing in LeBron James and trying to revamp this roster. Add something that may get us over the hump, but that was not the case. What was the music of the moment when the Cavaliers blew a 20+ point lead in the fourth quarter against the New York Knicks in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals?
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. No. It couldn't be their party because they were on the road. No, what's funny is I remember we were sitting here, we were preparing for a post-game show that night.
Yes.
And I just we remember the conversations behind the scene were great. Like, man, the Cavs just won Game 1. This is crazy, right? Like, This is wild. Okay, just all we have to whatever the final score is, all that's in doubt. Like, as soon as the score is ready, we'll go. Like, this is gonna be an exciting show. This is awesome. Cavs just won Game 1 on the road, Eastern Conference Final. We didn't think they would do it. We didn't even think they could win in New York, right? We were like, hey, man, and not only did they win, they're going to blow them out. They're up by 22.
Yeah.
Nothing bad can happen now. This is crazy.
Nothing.
And then for some reason, I remember that night as I watched that go down over right here on this monitor. I was looking at this monitor for that entire comeback. And just we were like, why? Do they not know they have timeouts? And then to hear Kenny Atkinson afterwards say, well, I like to save them.
Oh, no. And that was only the second worst thing he said in that entire series.
That was the second worst. And save them for what? Is there a bar downtown where you can take NBA timeouts in and they give you a voucher for a free drink? Like, what are you saving them for? Is there something I don't know about New York? Anyway, I remember thinking at that point.
The music.
Bad Moon Rising by CCR went through my head, man. That's all. What happened?
I got you down a rabbit hole. You were spiraling before 11. You were like, and then Kenny Atkins. Okay, buddy. Okay, we just Bad Moon Rising. I got you.
Yeah, sorry. That made my blood pressure go up. I gotta call my.
Yeah. Holy smoke! Sorry to
Chad. Off over here.
Everybody at home that may have been dealing with something during that one. All right, Chad B.
You saving timeouts for? What are you saving them for? Where are you taking them? I like to take them to the post-game press conference with me. Like, here, answer.
Oh, my goodness.
What are you doing with the timeouts?
I got one more for you. I got one more. We got just a minute or two left. I got one more for you. This is the debut. If you're just tuning in, we have a few comments tuning in here. We have George tuning in saying, "What are you discussing?" George, we are discussing the music of the moment. Yeah, we are discussing the music of the moment. Seatown Rocks in here, best podcast in Ohio. Let's go. Thank you. We appreciate that very much. Yeah. All right, Chad, one more here for you.
Okay, sorry.
And you're gonna put on your psychic hat.
All right.
LeBron James is down to a final few teams where he's going for the 2026-2027 NBA season. Oh, no. Let's say in this hypothetical that he possibly goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers, comes back home.
Oh.
And you cannot use I'm Coming Home.
Okay.
By Skylar Grey. What is the new anthem for LeBron James coming back to Cleveland?
The heat is on. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. It's on the streets.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
That's all I got.
All right, that's all
he's not coming home, man. He's not coming home.
Is he going to the Heat? Is that what you're thinking?
I guess we'll see on July 27th, man, on YouTube when they hold the introductory press conference. Because we'll see.
I don't know, man. Somebody did lose their job, and obviously we're not going to get into anything past that. Really, we don't get into all that type of stuff. But somebody did. Somebody did lose their job, and of course, the Miami Heat are kind of in a panic mode because here's the thing: we can't really get into it. That's music of the moment here for those keeping track at home, and we'll keep that in rotation. It may not be a specific day, but we'll have that from time to time here and have some fun with some sports moments. But I want to talk about this real quick before we go to break. The Miami Heat stuff. Mm-hmm. This is like the toughest thing to figure out, right? Is like, okay, were they in the lead before this mess up? Because you've heard so many different things, and then you heard that even over the past weekend, that, man, LeBron to Miami is heating up, and, Pat Riley and him have made amends, and you keep hearing all of this, and then this happens, and now their odds have basically kind of went, at least from what I saw, and I got to check recently, but they went down since then. Somebody loses their job, and all of this, it's just not making sense. Like the Miami thing, and LeBron keeps note of everything. He's like, okay, you did this, you added your roster, you did these types of moves. He's noting all of this.
Yeah.
He might just penalize the Miami Heat for this. This was a blunder before they even hit the court.
This is like the Squid Games of like This whole process is so comical to me. Like, the Heat just lost 2 points because they preemptively, they scheduled an introductory press conference. Okay, that's fine. But someone in Philly they photoshopped him into a jersey. It's -1.5. -1.5. It's not that, but it's pretty presumptuous, right? Like, this is hilarious to me. Like, meanwhile, the Cavs, the city's just like, no, don't come back here. +5 points, +10 points, +8 points. Okay, cool. This is weird, man. This is so weird.
LeBron Watch is still in effect. We are keeping an eye on it. If you were keeping track of the Miami Heat YouTube video that got deleted, they had it set for July 27th. So if that means anything to you, that would be 1 day after Moon Bash weekend, after day 2. That'll have to be the Monday, right? So
day 2 is the second day of Moon Bash, by the way.
Yes, that is. Chad V's got me tonight. Look, sometimes we get a little slap happy, man. We're rocking with you 365 days pretty much of the year. There's going to be once or two where you catch me like this. But that's Chad B to my, just 1 or 2. Chad B to my right, you're right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We are here in the saddle, on the saddle adjacent. We're going to take a quick pause, though. Let you grab your caffeine, grab your dinner, whatever you need. And when we come back, did you see Lil Wayne's comments? That's all I'm going to ask. Did you see Lil Wayne's comments? If you haven't, you're in for a treat. Here on Inside Edge Primetime on the Inside Edge Network. Chad B to my right. You're right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We're back after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan, am I right? You're right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle, saddle adjacent. Look at this, folks. Watch this here in about 3, 2, 1. Oh, and here they go. Look at that. Okay, we're coming back into the fold here. We are back with you on Inside Edge Primetime. Oh, my goodness.
What
I had such a... Look, dude. Damn it.
Where are we?
Damn it. All right, there we go.
Where'd we go?
I don't know, Chad. Here we are. We're right here. And you're right here with us. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, make sure, first off, that you say, hey, you're doing great today. Look in the mirror, say, you know what, you're having a great day. And guess what? You get to listen to 3 hours of 3 of your favorite shows here on the Inside Edge Network. And you can go ahead and if you want to stay tapped in with us, like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net. We appreciate you so much. Make sure you hit that like, that follow, that subscribe button. That helps us. And, of course, helps you out, too, because then you know when we're going live and you can keep track of what's going on here. Chad and I, of course, with you every night, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., The Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm, and a rotation between Chad, Double A, and myself. And then, of course, Midnight Run with Anthony Alford at midnight. Very, very fun. Unhinged. And Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6 p.m. weekdays. A great breakdown of news, the news coverage, and local events and national events as well. A lot of great stuff. He's had some really good guests here in the run so far of the show, and very excited to see what's to come. Of course, a lot of great weekly programming as well. Real Talk with Pop Moon, The Voice of the Land. We have Illegal Formation with Chad Bryan and TK Dandridge. A lot of great stuff. You can read about everybody. Ryan Mosser, Kevin Arnold, TK, Chad, Papa Moon at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Go to the personalities page, then go over to the partners page. Check that out. A lot of great deals there. Go to the merchandise store. You at home get a hat, a shirt, a mug, a polo. Rep Cleveland's digital leader, your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversations, news, and everything in between. And grab us on Roku. Download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Take us wherever you're going. We want to go with you. We want to go on vacation. I know I just got off vacation. That's very selfish of me to say. But look, it's also the Leo season. I don't know if you're into these zodiac signs out there, Chad B. But when you get closer to Leo season, Leos are notorious for, I guess, being a little braggadocious, a little egotistical. And usually it's not me. And I'm not saying I'm egotistical, but I just feel sometimes the Leo kind of like coursing through, my spirit. Like I'm ready to kind of just Yeah. All right. That's all I got for you. All right, cool. Thank
Sure.
you. All right,
Yeah.
we'll take it. All right, perfect. We're back and rolling with you. Lil Wayne was on with Lil Dicky and Benny Blanco. It was a very interesting conversation, and they were basically breaking down a lot of things. From his diet, Lil Wayne's diet, and talking about his rap career. Obviously, that came up. Talking about at one point in time when he was first starting, people didn't believe it was him, even when he was starting to make it. Like until they flipped around the album cover, and saw, hey, this is his name. Oh, well, that's him. That's crazy. And there was a lot to break down, but I don't know if you caught what I said there, Chebby. They talked about his diet, Lil Wayne,
Okay.
and now great rapper, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Yeah. We can get into a discussion another day, and anybody out there at home who wants to have a top 10 discussion, we can have that. I think Lil Wayne's definitely in that discussion. He's probably cemented as at least a top 10 rapper, hip-hop artist of at least, the last 40, 50 years. We can get into it, though. It. With that being said, of course, he had thoughts on his diet.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. This was what broke down. Lil Dicky, Benny Blanco, they get into this discussion, and it all went downhill from here. It was a great interview for bits and pieces, but when this came up, Chad B., now mind you, I watched this clip. I found this clip at like 3 a.m. in the morning last night. I'm doom scrolling through Twitter, and I'm like, okay, let's find some like good stories for the show. I found this. And I saw the headline from Complex Music, and I was like, there is no way what I just read is the actual video. They, all respect to Complex, but maybe they morphed the headline a little bit to make it a little juicier. Absolutely not. Chebby, take a look. This is Lil Wayne on Lil Dicky and Benny Blanco's podcast, their video form here of his diet, and specifically milk, Chebby. Take a look.
What'd you eat yesterday?
I ate breakfast for dinner a lot.
Do you like cereal?
Yeah.
Aren't you blown away by how many unbelievable cereals there are? Like Frosted Flakes.
They got a bunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
They do, yeah.
Honeycombs.
They do.
Like I can do
and
that.
I don't even drink. I don't do milk, and I still eat cereal.
It's a great dry snack.
What do you put in it?
I put milk in it. I just can't look at it.
What?
Instead of pouring it to where you can actually see the
Oh,
milk.
yeah.
I just
you
pour
like it? Yeah.
Oh, no, I need it soaked.
No, he wants it to come up and be above.
You want the bottom soaked with the top dry.
And I want to eat it fast too. At the bottom ain't even soaked.
Don't even put the milk in then.
No, you need the milk.
I need the milk. You need
You're not
to.
getting that much of it.
I like the flavor of the milk.
Yeah,
I like to
do
drink the
too,
milk.
but I can't look at it.
Why do you think you're so not into the milk? Like,
Yeah, why can't you look at it?
So, and it's when you ask people, you're gonna find out this is very, very not uncommon. This is very not uncommon. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of things that's like white and soft.
Yeah.
So like mashed potatoes, I don't fuck with. Ranch, I can't do. Like
Yeah.
stuff
Okay.
like nothing. And milk is the only thing in white rice. That's the only thing.
Right,
I
because
can
you had
do.
it so young, and you've just always accepted it.
And that's the reason.
I know.
Yeah, that's
for
the
me,
reason.
I have so many
Yeah.
texture issues. Like I never eat any fruits or vegetables.
And
Like
when I was young, I ate all that shit.
when I was young, I ate tuna fish, a texture that if I saw today for the first time, I'd say I could never eat that.
I would never.
But it was grandfathered in, so I eat.
That was courtesy of the Friends Keep Secrets podcast. There, you can see it on YouTube and all over the place there. Lil Dicky, Benny Blanco, and company there, just Chad B. I don't know where to start. There was a lot to take in there.
Yeah.
We went from all the way from the original point, which was milk, to tuna fish.
I don't put that on my cereal either, though. If that was I don't think.
Chad B.
Yeah.
Not forgive me. We've been trying to figure out a question. I'm going to ask you this.
Okay.
And I know this might be a little controversial.
Yeah.
Do you look at your milk?
I would have to. It depends. It depends. I think sometimes milk, dealing with milk, right? It's like it's like when you're married. You come in and you don't always make direct eye contact with your wife, right?
Okay.
You sort of gauge the mood. You kind of like what's the temperature of the room, right?
Yeah, right.
Which is important for milk as well, in a different way. But I think it's sort of the same, depending on the day. Some days you're vibing with milk. Everybody loves vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the network is in favor of vibes. Some of us not with the vibes.
Some of it's not with the vibes. And I got to tell you, I go to the cereal bowl probably 4 or 5 times a week.
The same cereal?
Well, no, not always the same. There's so many great cereals.
Another point they brought up. There's so many great cereals.
So many amazing cereals. It's like you ever walk down the cereal, and if you go to a big enough store and you walk down the cereal, it's an adventure, right? It's not just different sizes of the same 12 boxes or whatever, right? That's boring. I mean, I'm talking about like it's like the rainbow of colors, and you're like, there's too many choices here, right?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, I've clearly come to the store in the wrong state of mind. Like I can't do this. Cinnamon Toast, that's a good one. That's a good
Apple
one.
Jacks.
Apple Jacks. Good. Those are
Apple Jacks are so, and with the milk, and that's where we get into the controversy because Apple Jacks are way better when they're like the milk.
Oh, the milk. Yeah, that's right.
With the controversy of like most of this cereal tastes better when it's got like a gloss of milk on it. You know, it's become enriched in milk. I mean, the fact that Lil Wayne doesn't. Now, here's what threw me off when I read the quote. Okay. I read the quote. I kind of went ass backwards here, and I read the quote before I watched the video. I dove into the article. I read that first. You know, quick read. You know, I'm not trying to doom scroll. So let's just.
You wanted to read the book before you watched the movie.
Exactly. Yeah, understandable. Usually I don't do that, but this time around, hey, we did it. With that being said, I read, that he can't look at milk. Okay, I get that. Okay, it's kind of wild, but you know what? Whatever, Lil Wayne. All respect to you.
I feel like the problem part of milk though isn't looking at it, right? It's like if you don't like milk, I could look at it all day. I just wouldn't want to drink it or taste it if I didn't.
But he didn't say he didn't like it. If you get to the end of the quote in the video, he said he can do it, like that and white rice.
Yeah.
But he just can't look at it. And you actually brought up a good point because I was trying to figure out, I'm like, where am I going wrong here? Yeah. Because this quote is making me feel like I'm losing my mind, and some days I am. But I'm like, okay, where am I going wrong here? He said he can't look at milk, but the only two foods, because he said he cannot do white and soft foods. That's a quote, folks. White and soft. Goodness gracious.
Understandable.
All right. With all that being said, maybe you brought this up. Maybe it's, white rice is all systems go. He can look at it and he can eat it. Milk, he's got to no look that.
Yeah. No look.
But that's got to make a mess. He's got to have a big spoon at that point.
Where's the milk? Yeah, you got to wear a bib or something when you,
I mean, does he drink, does he put a straw in the cereal, let the cereal sit for a half second, then he downs the milk and then he eats the cereal because it's got that milk on it?
Well, because he doesn't even really want his cereal to get wet. So I think it's faster than that. I think he's actually eating the cereal as he's pouring the milk, but he's not looking. He's pouring over here, and he's looking at something here. Maybe he's writing a song over here. And the milk is here, and then maybe he's got rice over here to help. I don't know.
I'm just curious, and I'm going to
milk. I don't know.
Stand by for a moment here, Chad B.
Okay.
I'm going to look up, and Google's probably, what the hell are you talking about? I'm going to look up Lil Wayne's lyrics about milk. Let's see if anything comes up here.
All right. Fair enough.
So he does. And Come de Garçons, I probably botched that. My apologies, everybody out there that probably pronounced that a lot better than me.
Sorry
in the track.
Fans? Yeah, sorry.
Yes, he delivers the memorable line, "Since I'm going so nuts, I drip pure almond milk."
Okay.
So maybe
he's just not a fan of dairy. Almond milk.
He said milk, but he said milk, and almond milk's got a different shade. It's not necessarily white and soft. It's tan and soft.
Well, it's yeah. Well, I mean, it's not cow juice. It's I'm not gonna. Yeah. I heard it before it came out, and it does. There's a different color. We're done. We're look at that either. But there's another. Yeah. You're right. There's a shade to it. Does it make the cereal taste different though? Does it have? I mean, it has to play a role, right?
I mean, a little bit because it's got that hint. I'm not gonna lie. I like almond milk a lot. I like that.
He's dripping almond milk. Do you think this is he looking at it? Is he okay with that?
I mean, he clearly has to be because he literally said he's so
he was doing it.
He's so nuts that he's dripping almond milk. I don't get it. I mean, here's my thing, and I just wanted to verify one more thing before we got into this, but of course. Or I guess more.
We're not into it already.
Yeah. I mean, but no, there's layers to this thing, Chad B. Look, the song "Birdman," who Lil Wayne and Birdman. Maybe this is why he doesn't like mashed potatoes, because Birdman mentions in one of his songs here about mashed potatoes. No, there's a Lil Wayne. Never get caught, baby. I'm mashed potato smooth. Pretty wild for somebody that doesn't.
How do you know? How do you
with
know?
mashed potatoes.
You don't know. You've never eaten them. You don't even eat them. See that
Some mashed potatoes are
screams
chunky.
Ghostwriter to me. We got to figure out who wrote that line for Wayne. Someone wrote that line for him.
Dude, it's insane. I mean, mashed potatoes, there's so many different blends of mashed potatoes. You can put like the buttermilk, just if you're trying to avoid and just straight up mashed potatoes are good without any additives. Garlic mashed potatoes, red mashed. Oh my god.
You don't like the ranch though.
No,
Lil
no.
Wayne wouldn't do the ranch. Yeah,
neither does Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that's a double. You got to put milk in mashed potatoes, so that's probably like a double. That's a.
That's why he started with that one. He was absolutely not mashed potatoes, but ranch I'm with him. Mayonnaise I'm with him. Like some of those I'm with him. Like, but milk.
I mean, listen, I've had certain points of my life where I'm like, all right, man, I'm not really feeling the milk. Like I remember when I was a kid, like certain times of the year, the milk would just have a different smell and taste, right? I'm like, I'm not feeling this right now. Whatever. And you drank it because it was what you're supposed to do. I would have it on cereal, whatever. You didn't notice it so much, but yeah, there were some times of the year where I'm like, give me something else to drink. I can't,
Yeah.
It really wasn't about, I don't know if I had a problem looking at it. I'm trying to figure out where his brain is on the looking at the milk part. Like you can
He's
drink.
no look in that shit. He is no look in the cereal.
You think he has a straw or is he just, you don't even know, is it up?
I don't
your
know
lip?
because the straw could help because if it gets wet, like just enough of a gloss, and then he can just scoop the cereal and get it out of there. And
Maybe he just needs to dip his cereal in milk.
But then he has to look at it.
No, he doesn't. You could figure out where the bowl. You were over here, like, okay, my fingers are wet. It's time to, you know what I mean?
I don't know, Chappie. We gotta put a bow on this segment here in a second. Is there one food that you absolutely cannot do
or look at?
Well, no, I mean maybe look at too. Yeah, you know what? I will say, I have something I can't look at as well. Go ahead. Do you have any?
Well, I mean, I don't really necessarily want someone to bring me like a plate with like a fish with the head on it. I don't need that.
That's a good one.
In my life. You know what I mean? Like, I get that that's like considered fancy, but yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just not cultured. I'll take a step back from that. No, I'm good.
Somebody once, when I was working, at the past 9 to 5, a couple years ago, they were talking about chitlins.
Okay.
And somebody showed me what chitlins look like.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
Somebody's like, yeah, people would put like hot sauce or different flavor. Like you gotta really season it and put like, sauces or something, and dip it. Like, why do you have to do so much? Why do you have to concoct this experiment for me? You know what chitlins are, correct?
Yeah. Okay,
yeah. I'm just making sure we're on the same.
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Like, what's going on? Like,
I'm looking for ways to prepare them though. Go ahead, Sam.
Dude, ew, so gross. You had to literally clean the.
Yeah.
No.
That's not great. Authentic Southern chitlins you could have.
Okay, we're going to break.
Straight out of Mississippi.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right, that was Lil Wayne. That was the milk discussion between Chad and I. We did not think would go about 20 minutes, but that's what happens. Sometimes when you dive into discussions about food.
Bowl of milk. Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Not a bowl of milk. No. But when we come back, we're going to take a quick pause here. Let you get your caffeine, let you get your dinner, eat the rest of it if you're already in the process of such. And then when we come back, we got Wayback Wednesday here, and then we'll hand the baton off to Autumn Chisholm. The Daily Spiral, Chad Bryan will join her, and they got a lot to talk about. And, of course, Midnight Run later to come at midnight with Anthony Alford. But this is Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. That's Chad B to my right, your right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We are back with Wayback Wednesday after this.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad, Brian, to my right. You're right. Everybody's right. My goodness. I should be prepared at this point, but worries me every time. I'm Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle adjacent. Watch this, Chad B. I think I got it this time. Oh, my goodness.
I feel good tonight. I feel like I'm not going to come back black and white tonight from the time.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I think I got that nailed. I don't want to look
so.
at the screen. I've got my screen covered. I'm good, right?
Sure.
Okay,
sure,
I'm ready.
buddy. Yeah. Yeah. Just look at you. Just take a look. Yeah. Yep.
Whatever. It's Wednesday. Let's just do this stupid thing.
Yeah. Yep. Here we go.
All right. Well, it's Wednesday. It's time for another edition of Wayback Wednesday. Wayback Wednesday. I feel like I wish we had. We gotta get that.
Hey.
Right? The echo and everything. It's time to find out what happened all throughout history on this day, on July 22nd.
Okay.
So let's start. I think this is a very fitting start to this. In 1796. Look what happened. Oh, the flashy thing. That's annoying.
Oh, no.
Look what happened. Cleveland, Ohio was founded by General Moses Cleveland, originally called, you see there, Cleaveland. The public adopted the current name after a newspaper editor noticed that the name was too long to fit on the page, confirming, Eli, that the moniker, the mistake by the lake, is actually based in some truth. They had to spell it wrong to make it fit.
Yeah, I mean, poor
hey.
Moses Cleveland, man. I mean, like the A.
Yeah.
That's. I'll give you an A for effort. I'll give you an A for effort. And Cleveland, you just can't even think of Cleveland without this, man. Just without, or rather with the A. I mean, you can't think of Cleveland a different spelling. I know it's just an A, but it just would be odd, man. 1796. You went far back tonight. Okay.
I went way back. This is why I come back in black and white. I go back to the time before there was color streaming, and I this is what happens.
Yeah.
But I'll give. Okay, you give him an A for effort. I'll give him an LEAVE for leaving, because once he founded Cleveland, he never came back, Eli. He just said, here's a city, do with it what you will, win a couple of championships over the next, I don't know, maybe 400, 500 years, whatever. Doesn't matter. So hopefully we have more than a couple, because I said 400 to 500, and that's going out a ways. So let's hope we're not foreshadowing there, but it doesn't matter. Let's move ahead to the 1900s. Okay. 1934. On this day in 1934, July 22nd, I almost said June. Wow. Hey, flashing. Anyway, the FBI guns down. Look at that. John Dillinger, public enemy number one, mortally wounded by FBI agents outside Chicago's Biograph Theater. He was just trying to watch a biography, maybe, and they got him. They shot him down.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
He became a mummy, according to the graphic there. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
that is.
Yeah, I mean, but, obviously not a good guy, but, pretty notorious, a guy that was known during the Great Depression for basically doing his thing, robbing banks, being a gangster, doing his thing. Here's the one thing, I did read a little bit into this as we're right now. Like, I'm going to be real with you right now, just kind of a little bit more into why he went through what he went through.
Yeah.
He was troubled by his mother's death and had a difficult relationship with his father. He quit school, worked in a machine shop, and eventually enlisted in the Navy. He deserted his ship.
I bet he had a bad manager at that machine shop, and that's what made him turn. I bet
every villain has his origin story. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Usually, it's somebody that doesn't really uphold the standards of what we think of when we think of like human resources at a job. So
yeah, 100%. I mean, not saying he's justified by any stretch, but we got to look into the reasonings why these people go crazy.
Absolutely. I think, human psychology is a very important study. And speaking of psychology, let's go to 1959, Eli. This next Wayback Wednesday item, it was released. This is a movie. It's going to be a movie. It was released today, July 22nd, 1959. It's widely considered one of the worst movies ever made. Okay, got my face in there. The worst movie ever, Plan 9 from Outer Space, Ed Wood's cult classic. There you see it, often called one of the worst films ever. Gregory Walcott, Bela Lugosi. It looks like it's a J. Edward Reynolds production there. If you look at the movie, I don't know, poster. What is that? Unspeakable horrors from outer space, paralyze the living and resurrected. I don't know what's going on here. But now I feel like I have to watch the movie, Eli. I feel like I have to know.
Okay, well, that just answered my question. I was like, look, I don't want you to get upset. I'm not going to say you watched it as like a young, teen or anything like that, but I was just curious.
When it first came out. How old do you think I am, man?
Dude,
let's move on.
Look, all right, fine. Let's move on. Let's get out of here. This movie sucked anyways.
Yeah, it's going to be it's a no for me, but I'm going to watch.
Get out of here.
I have to know. I got to know. I have to know how bad the movie is now.
All right, ready? Ready? Here we go. We're going to make a face.
All right, we're going to fast forward to the time where I was alive.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely alive here.
Yeah, I was alive. Pablo Escobar escaped the prison that he built. I mean, it couldn't have been too hard. He built the prison. He had the backing of the government and pretty much every law enforcement entity in the country, in Colombia. So I don't think, when they say he escaped prison, I'll be honest with you, I don't know the whole story, but I feel like it was more like he just, like, someone opened the door and he walked out. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, cut him a deal. Like, hey, what do we got to do to get me out of here, man? I got business to attend to. Like, we could just do this cat and mouse game for the rest of my life, but I got things to do right now.
He also became a mummy on that day when he walked out of the prison there. I don't know what's going on with the logos. It's on thisday.com. That's where I find all the information. So sometimes I include those, sometimes I don't. I thought the mummy ones were funny, so I put them in here today. But
heck yeah.
I see Pablo Escobar, for all of it. I mean, obviously there were some character flaws. He had some things. He had some bad stuff that he did. But he was a little bit like Robin Hood, right? Like, he kind of took care of, I want to say the whole country, but he took care of a lot of people, man. He put, food on a lot of people's tables and really helped out a lot of families that otherwise would have been pretty marginalized. And, sometimes it's like you don't want to overlook all the bad stuff there, because he did some bad stuff too, man. But he really helped a lot of people. I mean, sometimes that's a common theme with some of these guys that we see through time and history. It's like, they may have acquired their money, their gains or whatever, a little bit, they were ill acquired, whatever. But they also did some things to help some people, and Escobar's no different.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you hit it right on the nose there. That was spot on. I have one fun story here about Pablo Escobar, not about him himself. I mean, I was I mean, he escaped prison. I was still 5 years from being here.
Yes.
So, didn't really line up. But what I will say is,
Escaped 5 years later. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'll say is I was in Texas, and obviously I vape. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say obviously. You never see me on screen doing it. But for those that know me on the network, I vape. If you're at home, surprise, I vape. But I was down in Texas, and I was looking for some nicotine, right?
Huh.
And I stumbled across a vape store, and somebody was like, "Do you want the Escobar?" Is the ESCO space bar?
Okay.
And I'm like, and it took me a minute, and I'm like, is it Escobar?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's my story.
There you go.
Right.
And you didn't know at the time you were actually agreeing to 2 suitcases of something that you were supposed to bring back.
Easy, buddy. Okay.
Well,
all right. To the next one.
All right. A couple years later, same day, July 22nd, just a couple of years later. My face. Former NFL running back, broadcaster, and actor O.J. Simpson pleads absolutely 100% not guilty. And then he added to his plea, but if you're curious, if I had done it, this is how I would have done it. And then he went through the whole thing. Maybe not at that exact moment, but, it's went through a little bit.
Yeah, not great. And obviously the reports that were announced that the Buffalo Bills won't be honoring O.J. Simpson and their ring of honor essentially for the Buffalo Bills in their new stadium. So obviously they have now at this point felt like, hey, we got to do something. He was in the old one, probably shouldn't have done that even, but we will not put him in the new one. So the Bills kind of taking a stand here at the NFL, and I mean this is just was not great, man, and it sucks because O.J. Simpson is one of the best pure running backs of all time, and you just can't even say that, unfortunately. And then, he got out, he's back into the social media world, or really into the social media world, and he's on Twitter talking about NFL games. It was just so surreal a few years ago. I didn't think, right after COVID, life didn't feel real. I'm going to be so honest with you.
No, yeah. I think there was a period there where a lot of people were like, are we living in a simulation now? Is it official? Like, we made that official? Yeah, it got weird for a little bit. I'll give you that.
Sure did. All right, I got a good one for you.
Here we go. Okay. 1997 on this day, Atlanta Braves pitcher Greg Maddux throws a Maddux. There's a complete game with just 78 pitches, 4-1 win over the Cubs at Wrigley Field. I remember this game pretty well because I had a game that day myself. I came home to watch the Braves, and it was in like the bottom of the 7th inning, and it should have been in like the 3rd or 4th. It should have been way, way, way earlier in the game. And I was like, what happened? Like, how'd they hit the time warp on me? And I found out Maddux was just sitting people down with no end. So
he's electric. He's electric, man. He's electric, or was electric. And I mean, so here's the thing. We were going to talk about it this past week. I will hint at it, and we'll see if it makes a rundown. But ideally, we're going to be talking about the death of the control pitcher this upcoming Sunday on Main Event. And this is one of them. I mean, I know Maddux could obviously get it past you, but he was one of those guys that had a repertoire of pitches. That whole Braves pitching rotation back in the 90s, the mid-90s, they had a lot of fun pitchers, and it just makes me sad because you'll never see this again. You see 78 pitches by the 4th or 5th inning, and now it's like, okay, now they're 95 pitches by the 6th. It's like you're just not seeing it anymore. We've elected for speed over control, and therefore you just won't see it because there's no more wow by different pitches. It's just a fastball and maybe every now and then a splitter or something. All right, that's my rant, Chad B. We don't have enough time.
No, that's okay. That's all right. We talked about it before, but that's fine. 2019, we're going to go way ahead. We're jumping we're almost current now. And I thought this was relevant because the Seahawks had just, it was announced that the Seattle Seahawks would be sold for almost $10 billion. Well, in 2019, the NFL's Dallas Cowboys were named the most valuable sports team in the world at that point, worth $5 billion. The Yankees were second, about $4.6 billion. And you had Real Madrid, speaking of, soccer, whatever, $4.2 billion according to Forbes. That was they I don't know how they determined that exact worth, but now just 7 short years later, and the Seattle Seahawks are worth almost twice that. So again, if you can find the money in your couch, in your pocket of your old pants, if you can invest in a sports team, I'm not going to say you heard it here first. That's a pretty good get rich quick scheme. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying,
Yeah, what'd you
Private
say?
money, that's a good investment. That's a pretty good
Okay,
investment.
yeah. I wish we would have heard what you said, man. You covered up your mouth. Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to, I don't want to give financial advice, but that's practical for everyone. So just buy a sports team and you're fine. You're totally
Absolutely.
fine.
Yeah, it makes plenty of sense. Makes plenty of sense. Crazy that I mean, I know the lore of the Cowboys and Dallas, and my mom, shout out Mama Moon, she was a big Cowboys fan, but just because she liked Troy Aikman. She thought Troy Aikman was attractive. So she, had a Dallas Cowboys starter jacket or the varsity jacket and all that other jazz. And she was a Cowboys fan, but crazy to think that this is the most valuable team when they haven't won shit in the 2000s.
Not a long time, but they're America's team, Eli. They're America's team.
Yeah, you know what? You know who America's
Their
team
fans
is?
will be quick to tell you how good they were about 30 years ago.
I'm just surprised, and I know we don't have the time right now, obviously, to just scour through the list. I'm just curious where the Lakers stand on this, like today. I'm curious because I'm sure Dallas is still number one. I'm curious where the Lakers stand.
Let's get into it. Maybe later this week or next week, we'll talk
Yes.
about the most valuable franchises in sports in 2026.
I love it. Let's do
We
it.
can talk about that. All right. Well, same year, 2019, we got the new Avengers movie coming. Do you remember when Endgame came out? Sorry, I had to pause to make a face there. Yeah. Speaking of billions of dollars, Avengers Endgame became the world's highest grossing film. It overtook Avatar on this date, on July 22nd. I got really southern there.
Okay. That's
I didn't know I had
Jay
that.
Brian.
To be honest with you, because I almost said June again, so I had to stop myself mid-month there. But on July 22nd, 2020, no, 2019, I wasn't even gonna get that right. But yeah, they became it became the highest grossing film. I guess
You sound like
on my
Eustace.
screen here.
You sound like Eustace Tang from Courage the Cowardly Dog right there. That's what you sounded like.
That's right.
But it took me a few years to watch this movie. I'm going to be very fair with everybody here and just tell them.
It's only like 2.5 hours. How did it take you?
No, it took me forever. I didn't watch it in 2019. I didn't watch it until I watched it with my now ex in like 2022, the end of 2022.
Is this a lore drop or no?
No. That if you want, that's Eli goes into a rage fit if I had to talk about my ex.
No.
But let's not do that. Let's not do that. All right. But what we'll say is it took me a few years to watch this. Of course, Endgame. I think there's a discussion to be had between Avatar and Avengers Endgame. I think those movies are so damn good, and I think Avatar is slept on still. I think it's still slept on for how great of a movie it was. This was a 3-hour movie that had you on the edge of your seat, and I was like, damn, I wish there was a part 2. I wish they were like, all right, an intermission. You can come back and here's part 2 for another 3 hours. It was so cool. I love that.
I'll be honest with you. I did not see Avatar. I've not seen Avatar.
Holy smokes.
After all these years, I've still not seen Avatar. But that's how I was at what was the movie? Oh no, how am I going to blank on the movie?
No.
It was that good. The space movie, man. Matthew McConaughey. Why am I blanking right now?
Hold on. Oh my goodness.
Why am I doing this?
Oh no. Autumn, do you know? Autumn's here with us. Autumn, do you know? We're phoning a friend. Do you know the movie with Matthew? Interstellar. Oh, she gave a thumbs up. You got it right before.
Just seeing her approach the mic, I was like, she's gonna say Interstellar. I knew it.
Oh yeah, she was about to roast you before 11. You were in trouble.
That's all right. No, I deserved it. No, that movie. That's how I was when that movie ended. I was like, man, how is there not more? And I realized that I'd been through 3 hours of movie already. So,
yes,
maybe I was the one near the black hole. I was like, time just went so fast.
No.
Anyway, okay. Well, anyway, 2023, last one for Wayback Wednesday. If you don't like this next artist, shake it off. Bad joke. Well, she shook that day. Look at that. A concert in Seattle, Taylor Swift, 2023, July 22nd. It shook the ground so hard it registered on the scale of earthquakes. It registered like an earthquake, a 2.3 earthquake. Isn't that wild? Magnitude 2.3. I don't know where my words are right now. I forgot how to say them. But Taylor Swift, go music loud, bang, shake, place.
Well, yeah, 2.3 in 2023. I mean, if she would have did it on the 23rd. I mean, just crazy. But and then we could have did it for Wayback Wednesday. So I mean,
if only she had done it. Yeah, if only there was a footnote there. Let's click on that. Is that going to take us anywhere? You know what? We're going Throwback Thursday tomorrow, and we're going to talk about Taylor Swift again shaking Seattle. So
okay, amazing. I mean,
Taylor Swift make music loud, big bang go boom.
Bang go boom. Okay, yes. All right, bring us back, Chad B. Bring us back.
Here.
All right, here we are. We're back, and that's going to do it here for us. That's Wayback Wednesday again. This is Inside Edge Primetime. This has been Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. We appreciate you. We're back with you tomorrow for a lot more fun. Probably won't talk about milk, but we'll talk about a bunch of other stuff. And we'll get into it, of course, with you. It's Thursday tomorrow, but don't go anywhere. The Daily Spiral coming up with Autumn Chisholm. I actually got something to do here. We don't ever bring Autumn on before her show and her intro hits, and we'll give her an intro still. I'm bringing her on here.
Okay.
I'm bringing her on. Autumn, give me a thumbs up. Do you still have the profile saved, the image saved? Does she still? All right, she just wants to come on. She's smiling already.
She's like,
All
yes,
right.
I do.
Autumn Chisholm, everybody. Autumn. I'm gonna slide behind, the scenes here, and I'm gonna help. Obviously behind the scenes, you guys are gonna do your thing. This is officially your hour. But before I get off screen, pull the profile up. Actually,
put us in the other house, man.
Actually, let me do this thing right, Autumn. You grab the profile. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the spiral up. I'll stick around. Stick around for station identification, and of course after the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm, Chad Bryan, and I'm gonna stick around and defend my honor for just a second. Just a
Bang,
second.
go, boom.
You heard him, folks. We're back after this.
Hey guys, Eli, let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah.
Welcome into the Daily Spiral. Oh my god. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, that's right. That's a winner right there. I saw it loading in. That's a winner. Chad, I know you did not see this yesterday, so take a look at this.
I've seen this though. I've seen this in the chat.
Just so many red flags. So many red flags.
Good vibes.
Yeah, that's a good start, right, Chad?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it doesn't say anything about knowing. You might want to mention that you know me in there. That might help you.
Yeah, that's a good start. That's good.
Yeah,
I
think that'll help.
Chad, let me ask you this: who doesn't love good vibes?
Well, I think it depends. I think you should mention that you are a
assistant program director. You think?
Maybe, yeah, definitely. Yeah, mention that you are the assistant to the regional manager. I think that's a good point.
Like on dating apps, I know you don't know. I'm gonna explain to you. On dating apps, you can like share a matchmaker and like somebody can like help you. I never do it, but maybe I don't know. I may need
some
some help.
See safety tips. Maybe you should click on See safety tips.
Where do you see that at?
Right there above the looking for good vibes, and it's in purple. It's pretty. Yeah.
See safety tips.
Maybe you should click on that and just see if they have any suggestions on how to stay safe.
I don't know where I went wrong here. Autumn and I talked about it yesterday, and I'm gonna hand this back to her. But I looked at this, and I'm gonna bring us over to the side here. Autumn, let me just make my case one more time. I was taught as a young man, short and sweet and to the point. Be concise with your words. Be concise.
No. This is not a moment that you need to be short and sweet. I told you this yesterday. You need to give something thorough enough. I said 4 sentences, literally a paragraph.
I know, but
Space
then
it out.
Roasted double A's. It was like so.
Oh, his is bad. His is terrible. His is horrific.
That was what worried me when I saw you rip apart double A's. You said that basically women aren't into Jesus, essentially. You said,
I didn't say that. I did not say that. That was not what I said.
I'm kidding. But
that is not what I said.
The reconnection with Jesus part has to go away. Double A apparently, and all this other chat. I don't get it anymore, man. That's all I got for you. That's all I got.
I never did get it. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm so old. I've never created a dating profile. Like I've been married since the days of covered wagons. I don't know. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, was there even internet when I got married?
But do you see the fur coat one? That's like a cool one. I wish we could zoom in. The fur coat stuff.
Fur coat one. There's a fur coat one. Oh,
do you see right underneath the car? Yeah. Look at that.
Is it faux or is it?
Hey, listen, a fashion.
The fur coat.
A fashion star like my.
There's an X over you. How can I see you?
Yeah, I know it's a little tricky. I guess you get the point. You get the point. I'm in
Sure.
a fur coat. You see the brown coat? It's a fur coat.
Do we even know that? How do we know that's you? We don't even know that's
It's
you.
me.
All
It's
right.
me. You can click on it in the actual app, Chad. I know you don't know this. You don't have dating apps. You're married, Chad. I won't even use the quotations. Double A does that.
Yeah,
First of all,
Double A is the one that does not believe the veracity of my marriage. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
This is not even a dating app. I know what this is. This is Facebook dating. I can tell.
Dating app.
It's
Dating
Facebook. It's Facebook dating, which is even worse that you put this.
Right on the dating spiral. Name that dating app. Like I love. We're just gonna give a snippet of a screenshot. I was like, that's that one. I know that one.
Autumn looks so frustrated. But Autumn, I just went back to the drawing board, and I think some of these can stay. You don't think any of the iHeartRadio pictures can stay?
No, I told you it has to be. It has to at least look like you currently. You don't look like that anymore.
But I learned from your story yesterday, and then I'm going to disappear. I learned from your story, and this is what I'll leave you
Like
with.
the guy did for 2 or 3 years.
The guy literally said, "This girl is not my girlfriend," and you went along with it, respectfully, my friend, for a long time.
No, I told you guys I had to get revenge. Okay.
Well, I could just be like, the long hair that you see in that picture is no longer with me, and it'll be the truth. All right,
that hair is not my girlfriend. Yeah, that you could just say that, and it'll be fine.
Everybody have a great show.
Any responsibility.
I will disappear into the abyss, and I'll see you guys later on.
Fair enough.
Hey, Chad.
Autumn, what's going on?
There's so much happening. There's so much happening. We got Love Island breakups. We got Love Island couple launches. We got me giving the new lore drop. I don't even know what's going on today. I honestly, it's been the most kind of day over here in my life. Let's start off with Love Island.
All right. I think there's, you said couple launches. There's probably a few couples that I think a lot of people would like to launch. Is that what that?
Yes. We had a sad breakup. Last season's runners up, Nick and Alandria, unfortunately have broken up, or allegedly have broken up. We don't know. They have not confirmed it. People Magazine confirmed it. Then they both unfollowed People Magazine. So it's kind of up in the air for me. Okay. But I need to talk about something.
All right.
Chad, this is your first season watching Love Island, right?
It is.
In your honest opinion, was KC a good person?
I think that, no, I mean, you know my stance on this. It's pretty clear. No. I mean, okay. No.
Was he bullied?
No.
Was he like, did he give I'm depressed after, all the stuff that he did at the fire pit?
No, he gave I'm caught.
Okay.
Right?
So we got that, right? So that's something that we got.
Okay.
Well, after almost 3 weeks of silence since they left the villa, KC and Tierra have come out and started a couples YouTube channel.
Oh, come on. I mean, you got to capitalize. Okay, but what are they saying?
Well, first of all, yesterday they had some kind of photo shoot that I thought looked AI, but whatever. Very weird.
Thought it did too. The lighting wasn't right.
The lighting, the you could tell the sharpness of her dress. I'm like, that looks too look, I'm gonna tell you, AI always looks too smooth, right?
Yeah, they were in front of the green screen and everything else behind them, maybe even the car. I don't even think it was.
No. Come to find out, they released a video of it and it was actually real. So really? I think, no.
Okay.
But
all right.
They released their first episode of a podcast on a couple's YouTube channel after knowing each other for 3 weeks. Excuse me, sorry, 4 weeks. 4 weeks. No, I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. 6 weeks, because they were together for 3 weeks before they left the villa, right?
It's not getting much better. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's wait. I'm sorry. No, it was 2.5 years. Like, okay, well, yeah, I get it, but no, it's not getting that much better. So you're good.
So on this podcast, they have opened up about their struggles in the villa. TT says she's been bullied her whole life. She clarified her comments on After Sun about people not liking them because she had braids and she was Black, even though everybody said that's not why we didn't like you, homie. She claims that brands are contributing to the cyberbullying of her and KC. Casey said wishes all their conversations were aired. He said people got robbed from seeing how genuine their love was, and they would have understood if he and TT's conversations were aired. What do we understand? Nothing. He says that he feels as though him and TT weren't liked in the villa.
Sometimes actions have consequences.
Oh, I'm not done. He says that he was depressed after the fire pit scene when she showed his ass. And then TT said her intro video in which she said she wanted Casey, that's her man, my man, my man. She says that they only edited to show that she was that part, but the other things she said were edited out. What other things could you have said? And then Casey said he was interested in doing streaming, of course.
Right.
And then TT said she sees herself doing great things in the industry. Nobody really thinks like her, and she views things differently. Clearly. So much to unpack there. Yeah. First things first. When were they bullied in the villa? Please give me an example.
I can't. I mean, I watched enough of Love Island to. I didn't see that. I listen. Sometimes I think when people get caught doing something they're not supposed to do, or when they feel ashamed of their actions and they're facing the consequences, like we just said, sometimes there are consequences for your actions, right? I think sometimes you feel attacked a little bit, right? But it's not by the people around you; it's by your whatever sense of morality is left in there, right? You know you did something wrong. You know that maybe the behavior wasn't like, maybe you weren't on your P's and Q's when this brand new person walked out from the back room and you played amateur proctologist while she was dancing. You know what I mean? Like maybe that wasn't the best move at that point. I don't mean to judge anybody, but yeah, I just think you feel a little bit, sometimes you feel attacked by your own guilt, right? And then you kind of have to you personify that. The way people are looking at you now, that becomes bullying and that becomes aggressive or whatever. No one did that. Again, you bring that. Those things were all brought on themselves by them. That's not fair to say. That's not fair.
I'm just so confused. I'm so confused because I watched this whole season, this full whole season, right? Yeah. I watched his behavior during the recoupling after Casa.
Yeah.
First of all, no. We actually have to go back before that. Okay. I watched his behavior after him and Anaya were coupled up for about 2 weeks, and the cracks started to show when Soul came in, right? Mm-hmm. And then he got mad that Anaya wouldn't be physical with him in bed, right? Remember that's where the grandma comment comes from, right?
Yeah.
I watched him slowly but surely become so red pill on this show. He's talking about my stock is up. Remember when he said that during Casa? His stock was up.
Yep.
This is how it's supposed to feel. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay. And then, him coming back to the recoupling ceremony, showing his ass. He showed his ass.
Yeah.
And then the girls all still integrating TT into their everyday life, right?
Yeah.
Making up with her, apologizing. None of them got into it again until movie night, and even then they really didn't get into it, right?
Yeah.
I saw the boys bend over backwards to help him with this girlfriend proposal. And now you're coming out and saying we weren't well liked. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Again,
there's literal footage of people congratulating you, including the girl you did dirty, on becoming a boyfriend.
Yeah. I think again, people just perceive certain things, and it's like, your guilt gets you. I don't know. That's ridiculous to say. That's not correct at all. That's ridiculous.
Like that it just made my head hurt because I'm like, I watch these people. Take the girls out of it, right? You could take the girls out of it.
Yeah.
All of those boys, except for probably Carl, still liked him.
Yeah.
Carl is the only one that openly does not like him. Carl,
but at least Carl was honest,
clear.
and he was. I mean, right? He was up front.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. Listen, if you don't like me, that's fine. If you're going to play games and act like you, and then whatever. If you're just going to be up front and say, "Hey, man, we don't really have a reason to be together. We don't get along," I can respect that. I mean, I could probably coexist and work with you if that's like, you know what I mean? That's fair. I think that's more than fair. That's fine. I can get along with everybody.
Carl is the only one that openly just doesn't like him, right? Right.
Yeah.
Bryce kind of does make fun of him a little bit. Bryce also doesn't like him. I already know that, right? Everybody else in that house likes you. The most insane person in that house literally cried as you were leaving.
That's fair.
The most sinister person in that house cried while you were leaving. And you have the nerve to get on your podcast and say, yeah, we weren't well liked. Then it's this idea that we, the audience, misinterpreted TT's words. Girl, you literally said nobody likes me because I'm black and have braids. What are you talking about? Huh?
There's not a lot of lines to read in between there. Like that's pretty upfront. I mean, she's just saying that. There's nothing to, there's no mystery there.
And then he was depressed after the fire pit, right? Again, his own actions.
Yeah.
Coming in, yelling at the girls, getting into it with them, saying, oh, well, nobody was behind my door. But they still made a point to include you in everything. And then you saw your behavior on movie night. You had to apologize once again. Mm-hmm. And everybody said, oh, look, you look so happy. You look so happy. I'm like, when I say he is like, every time he takes 2 steps forward, he'll push himself 3 steps back by opening his mouth.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean,
I don't get this. I don't get this victim behavior that he has literally had this victim mentality since he got out of the. I didn't even tell you about him sharing TikToks where people were making fun of his back tattoo because his back tattoo looks so terrible.
Oh man.
And he's trying to be like, yeah, he's a martyr. Bro,
if he went on there and he acted like a decent dude, Autumn, I don't think anybody would. I mean, you'd have some people talking about his back tattoo. It's fine. Some people are just nasty. But listen, like I said, you bring a lot of this on yourself when you act a certain way, when you say certain things, when you treat other people a certain way. I think after a while, people just, you get tired of hearing it. You get tired of seeing it. I mean, eventually you're just like, okay, I'm writing that dude off. He's not a good person. I'm writing that guy off. He's terrible. He's awful. Terrible dude, man.
And I'm not saying that he probably didn't have some mental health struggles. Everybody in that villa clearly had some mental health struggles by the end, all right? They were literally away from their family, their phones, their friends, everything. Yep. We all know how psychologically torturing that place is. But to sit here and say you were so depressed after that moment at the fire pit, even though there were several moments after that, where you made it very clear you were so happy and you were so jolly, and you literally said to the camera, I'm so happy that Carl is back so Anaya can get off my dick. Like, what are we like? I think sometimes these people, what happens is they go on the show, they get off the show, they read the comments online, they rewatch the show, and they don't like how it's been edited. And they say, oh, you took this out of context. Oh, you didn't show this. You didn't show that. It's your words.
Yeah, that's the ultimate damage control, right? Well, what about, that was 10% of what I said. The other 90% was awesome. I swear. Like, it just, come on.
Like, it's just making me mad. Okay. When we come back from the break, we'll continue to talk about more Love Island stuff because there was a happy Love Island update today. We got our first Love Island couple photo shoot out of the villa from Bryce and Trinity.
All right.
I'm going to give you a new lore drop. You should have read the name. You should have read the name of the lore drop. And then I have some scenarios that I'm thinking up, and I'm going to run them by you. But we'll be back here on the Inside Edge Network in just a few.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Keon Sports is your one stop for all of it. Visit them today at keonsports.com or on YouTube at Keon Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
All right, welcome back into the Inside Edge Network. Let's continue with some more Love Island news. So we did get our first Love Island streamer appearance, and no surprise, it comes from Kuman's best friend, the AI chatbot himself, Corbin. He appeared he was having dinner with a popular streamer. And then that popular streamer got called by other streamers. And I just said to myself, of course, he would be the first one on the stream. Like, it didn't surprise me that he was going to be the first one on the stream. Like, at all.
It's all his charisma, Autumn. It's all his personality.
Yeah, it's him singing, buddy, fuck your buddy. I can't even listen to that song anymore without thinking of him. It's so bad. Literally, it's so bad. But yes, he makes his first appearance on a stream.
All right.
But the biggest news of the day is Bryce and Trinity gave their second interview out of the villa. Their first was on the Today Show. Their second being an exclusive for People Magazine. Okay. They essentially talked about how they got cast on the show. They both were recruited through Instagram. So that means they were purposely casted on the show. They didn't have to apply. So they kind of didn't go through as many hoops, but they still had to do all the testing and stuff.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they seem pretty normal. They seem pretty much the same. They talked about their experience in Casa. Bryce talked about himself looking over at the villas, thinking maybe I can see Trinity. I mean, like, They're a cute couple.
That's why they won.
Yeah. She still was trying to make the audience feel bad for Zach. I'm sorry, I will never feel bad for Zach. Zach brought a lot of the things onto himself.
Yeah.
He did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of double talk from him. I think again, your actions have consequences. That's nobody's gonna feel bad for him.
But Trinity did say she is watching the show back before the reunion because she definitely wants to see what everybody's saying. She definitely wanted to see the actions of everybody. Like I think I announced yesterday, she actually signed with WME, and then today Anaya announced that she is signed with Gersh.
Okay.
So I mean, hey, we're in the good part of the Villa craziness, right? I told you, Chad, this is when the real season starts, right?
Right.
Because we got one person starting a couple's YouTube channel after knowing his partner for 6 weeks.
This is what I think. This is funny because now we truly get to find out who all these people are, right? Like, I mean, you're tested, and it's some of it's going to come out. Obviously, we've seen some personality things come out from some of the cast members, but I think once they get back into their element, so to speak, I think you find out a little bit about who people are. And I was going to say, I wonder how different it would be, like what the experience of living through that would be. Going all the way to the end, winning. You've been on every episode. You've been there for the entire thing, and then trying to watch it back after it's been produced and put out for our consumption, right, on TV. That's got to be a weird experience to see it two different ways like that.
Yeah, and that's where I think this narrative comes in, because you'll get some people who come out the show and they're like, look, the show definitely didn't show everything. Yeah. Everybody always says that, it's 24 hours a day. Yeah. They have to literally cut 23 of the 24 hours out and make a whole hour-long television show, right?
Crazy.
But at the same time, I think a lot of them are like, because they've grown up with reality television, they're like, oh, this is manipulated. This is like, they cut up my words to say something different. Love Island is one of those very few shows where if you said it, you said it. We know you said it. It came out of your mouth. Producers can manipulate you, but they can't manipulate the narrative as much because it's still a game show. Yeah. Right? Yeah. There are strict laws. Like, because ITV America is based in California, they have to abide by California game show rules.
Okay.
Very strict laws. They will get sued if they rig it.
Yeah.
Like, so this idea that like the producers are constantly like being like, we're going to make you look bad on purpose. Bro, they're not making you look bad on purpose. You make yourself look bad.
And maybe a little bit of there's opportunistic editing, but I mean, you say the thing, like you said it. That's it. You put it out there. So
so that's why I don't feel bad for KC. Yeah. You did all of that. You had all of that smoke for everybody. You came in hot. You said your stock was up. Yeah. You said Anaya was a grandma. You said, I don't care. I have no chemistry with her. You got a girlfriend. This is the other thing. You have a girlfriend. It's not like you left the competition and you left with nothing. You literally left with a girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he could say. I mean, I guess he said it, but I don't know how you could reasonably think that, I guess. That's way off base.
Yeah.
Way off base.
All right. Let's get to this new lore drop, Chad.
All right.
So did you see what I typed in as the lore drop?
I sure did. I did.
Can you read the title for those who don't know?
Let me pull it up here. I want to make sure I get it word for word. Go to our daily chat. I have so many group chats. Sometimes I don't even recognize them. They all look very similar. I got to do something about it. Okay. The spiral starter. Well, that's not Love Island USA craziness. That's not the. Oh, another new lore drop. It says, I thought he was gay. That's what it says.
Now, yesterday, I exposed that I am a little toxic and I do engage in toxicity, and I have been involved in an 11-year-long terrible toxic situationship. Okay.
I got to tell you, this is your show, but at one point, Autumn, we're going to have a discussion about your decision making. Okay, Matt.
I know it's really bad. You don't have to tell me. I know it's bad. I know.
Self-awareness is good. That's good.
Okay. Before we get into the new lore drop, what did you think of my lore drop yesterday about my toxic 11-year situationship?
I couldn't understand. The huge gaps in time were mind-blowing to me. And this is where I was like, I made a mental note. I said, Autumn and I are going to have a discussion about decision making because once or twice, okay, somebody ghosts you for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. That's a long time, but it's once. It happened once. And you can reasonably think like, okay, maybe he got it. Okay, guy got into a relationship, whatever. He's in a relationship, okay? And then as soon as he came out, he's like, well, okay, I'm going to, what do? You explore your options. You go out, okay, what's the field look like, right? And then maybe you migrate back to someone or whatever. Okay, so that's fine. That happened once. But then when there were multiple breaks and multiple times of being ghosted, and I said, Autumn, I mean, my God, I felt like I had a visceral reaction. I felt bad. I'm like, we got to talk about decision making because this guy, it needs to be blocked on everything. Like if you see this guy's face, block him. He's not worth it. Like, what are you doing? He's not worth the time.
The thing is he is blocked. Okay. He's only not blocked on one form, and that is his fake Snapchat account because I keep forgetting that he's there. Honestly, sometimes I don't talk to him, and then it'll like his name will pop up, and it's the nickname I gave him, California Boy.
And you see that he viewed your story. Okay, I got you.
Oh, he always views my story at this point. But I know in that situation, like I said, I know what it was toxic. I know I contributed a very large point to the toxicity.
All right.
He's also a liar and a manipulator.
Yeah. There were two different sides at two different faults here. I think we can all. Yeah, that's fine. Probably, yes. I think I'll give you. He was worse. I mean, he was way worse. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. He was way worse.
He got two girlfriends.
Yeah, that's
two girlfriends, and I'm pretty sure I definitely was not the only girl he was talking to.
No way.
100%.
No way. No chance. Sorry to break, but yeah, no chance. You know that.
And then, of course, the whole, we broke up because she wanted to date girls. That still is something that I'm like, that doesn't even make sense, but all right, bro.
Her last experience with the guy was you. You left her no choice, man. Like, what was she going to do?
Again, I fully believe they've gotten married. I told you, I found their wedding website.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I can't find any other evidence except for the wedding website.
Okay. Who knows? It's a mystery.
But new lore drop. I once dated a man who I thought 100% was gay.
Okay.
So I have to. Okay. So
like again, before you dated him, or while you were dating, you thought maybe.
When I met him in person.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
So I met him on Bumble. He was normal. He was actually this is not actually like a bad story. This is just like I 100% thought he was gay.
Okay.
So we met on Bumble, and he kind of just talked. He was super dry.
Okay.
Like I was very much like, oh, he definitely doesn't like me, but all right, let's try it out. He was like, this is when Game of Thrones last season was airing.
Okay. All right.
We talked about how much we both like Game of Thrones and everything. And he invited me over to watch Game of Thrones. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And he asked me, I was like, oh, do you want me to bring anything? He wanted specific pretzels from Heinen's. Okay. And I was like, oh yeah, let's order some pizza, everything, right? Boom. Now, mind you, he's talking to me like a straight man, right?
Okay, right.
Like a fully straight man.
Yeah.
Like dryness and all.
Gotcha.
I get to his apartment. I let him know I'm there. He lives in a very nice apartment. Also, I had a very a thing for men with money. Let's just say that. That's another reason why I have bad decision making. I really like men with money.
Yeah. Sometimes the more money, the weirder. Yeah, it happens.
So I get to his apartment. I'm waiting for him. He comes down, and from the moment I met him, I was like, oh, this man doesn't like women at all.
Okay.
I was like, he was very stereotypical what I stereotypical gay guy
Okay.
mannerisms, right? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this is the guy I've been talking to for like the last like month.
So you gotta be thinking like, why am I doing here? Like, how am I here? Okay.
For real, I'm like sitting in this man's apartment, and I'm like, he definitely is not like.
But he was pretty normal, so I'm sure Party was like, all right, well, I can chill with him, whatever. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Okay, I'm gonna get some pizza. I'm gonna watch some Game of Thrones. Like,
really good pretzels. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, and we're just sitting there, and I'm just like, this man 100% does not like women.
Okay, all right.
So this about I'm gonna say like 80% way through the episode, he leans over and he kisses me. And I say to myself, oh, he is not gay at all. He is not gay.
All right.
And when I say from that moment on, he proved he was not gay.
Okay. All right. I think, maybe the details can, I think we all can. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And I'm like, I remember leaving his apartment the first time and being like, that was the weirdest experience I had. I'm like, I 100% was convinced that this man was gay. Right? I went back like 4 more times. Every single time I was like, he has to be gay. He has to be gay. He has to at least be bi. Nope.
He just kept convincing you otherwise. Okay.
He just kept convincing me otherwise. I was like, Eventually, we lost touch. Nothing bad happened. This is actually like a good story. Nothing bad happened.
Nice. Yeah, this is good.
A couple years ago, about a year ago, I found out he got married.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
No problem.
We're happy for him. All right.
We're happy for him. But yeah, that was the time I dated a guy who I thought was gay.
Okay. People surprise you sometimes, right? Yeah, people surprise you. All right.
Yeah.
Was it just like, I don't mean to, I don't care. I mean, I don't care what you do. But was it just like mannerisms? Was it like?
It was mannerisms. It was the way he talked. His apartment was spotless.
Okay.
Like everything that I'm like, this man is not straight. Like this, he cannot be straight. The way he was talking to me, the way he was treating me, I'm like, he's not treating me how a straight man does. A straight man treats straight woman terribly. I'm gonna just let you know.
Yeah, sometimes.
Dirty. They always have dirty apartments. They always have telltale signs. He had not
no box springs. Yeah, no box spring. Bed on.
He had a full bed with a headboard.
All right.
A full bed with a headboard. And I was like, and a couch. And it was separate. Even though his apartment was studio, it was separate.
Okay.
I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, all right, this was crazy. He was also significantly older than me. I'm gonna just let you know. I also like older guys. So yeah, he was the first guy I had like a decent experience with in a very long time.
All right.
Wait, was he? He actually was. He was one of the only ones.
So he had you in the first half, right?
He really had me in the first half to where I was like,
okay,
sir, you are not straight. And then in the second half, I was like, no, you are straight. You are 100%. And now he's married.
There you go. It's a happy ending. This may be one of the first lore drops with a happy ending for everybody. This isn't bad decision making. You did great. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you on this one. Maybe we don't need to have to talk about decision making.
No, we still do because I'm gonna give you the choice of tomorrow's lore drop. Okay.
All right.
So we have Gay Club.
Okay.
That's number one. Gay Club is number one. Number 2, Whiskey Dick 2.0.
Oh, 2.0. I love a good sequel.
There's also another 2.0 on this list that I'm thinking of, and I forgot what I wrote.
There's so many.
Oh, The Coach.
Okay.
There's The Coach 1 and The Coach 2.0.
Do we have time for 2?
Can
tomorrow be a sequel night? Let's do sequel night. Why not? That's different than sequence night. That's yeah.
So we could, because The Coach 1.0 and 2.0 are 2 different coaches.
Okay, that's fine.
In 2 different sports.
Yeah, it's still a sequel. Sometimes you got to bring in a new cast member. You don't agree on salary or whatever.
Oh, okay, so I'm going to give you, so this is going to be the options.
Okay.
Gay Club, Whiskey Dick 2.0.
Okay.
The Coach 1.0 and 2.0.
Okay.
Or Jersey Shore.
Oh, man, Jersey Shore is tempting. Can I pick two?
Pick two.
Okay, we'll do Whiskey Dick 2.0 and Jersey Shore. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
Both will also question my we might actually have to have this decision-making talk tomorrow. We really probably will.
But yeah, maybe take a night, think about it, sleep on it.
Because when I tell you both these stories, when I tell you every time I literally tell stories about my dating life to anybody that is like friends with me, every single one of them is just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?
I can picture the faces. I get it. I can picture the faces. Autumn, you listen. You may have maybe forget the dating apps. You might want to pay attention to the comments right now.
I see him.
Okay,
I see him.
I was asked to help someone. I can't say no, man. But I'm asked.
Look, shout out. Look, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Nate. Yeah. Nate has been a faithful watcher of not only the Daily Spiral but also Jersey Chasers. Okay. Shout out to Nate because he has engaged with both content, and I am always grateful for a watcher.
Good on you, Nate. Good on you, man.
And I don't understand how he watches this and thinking that I have good decision making.
Well, he's
like,
trying
I have terrible decision making, and I have terrible picking decisions. Like when I say,
it makes it easy. He's trying to help you. He's got every once in a while someone comes along, a Nate, if you will, comes along and says, "Hey, you don't have to worry about decisions anymore. I got you. You can make your own decisions. And if you start to maybe steer off maybe you go a little bit left to center, I got you.
Chad,
I'm gonna gently pull the wheel back to we're good. We're all good."
Before we get to the last segment, I'm gonna tell you an anecdote from one of these stories, and you're gonna definitely say, "What's wrong with your decision making?"
Oh no! All right, here we go.
One of the men in tomorrow's story accidentally gave me a shiner.
Oh no! Oh no!
One of them in tomorrow's stories hit me so hard that I got a shiner. And it wasn't an abusive situation, y'all. No. It was literally, I got elbowed in the face.
Oh my God.
And I had to...
I'm sure it was self-defense. It sounds like...
No, it was so embarrassing. He literally did this. He literally was getting in his own bed and went, "Ooh," and I'm like, "Oh, you accidentally hit me." And he goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And then I had a black eye for a week.
Oh my God. He's like, "Accident. I was just testing the waters. That's not your thing. Okay, that's not your thing. I got it. I'll back off. Maybe we still need to have the talk about decision making.
We really probably will need to have the talk about decision making. It's really bad. It's terrible. Yes, I am learning. I've been single. I haven't dated anyone in 3 years, almost 2.5.
All right.
When we come back, I have some scenarios for you, Chad, and we're gonna go over them in the last part of the show.
Okay.
You guys are watching us here on InsideEdge Network. We'll be back.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Hey guys, awesome episode of Unfiltered today. We got into a lot, going down the list of the different power outage issues we've had, mainly on the west side of Cleveland. We also talked about this terrible thing that happened with a custody drop-off at the Cleveland Police Department's parking lot in the 5th District. Just really sad. Make sure you tune in and watch this episode. Check out, obviously, the message I had to just parents, co-parenting, going through issues. It's tough, man. We also talked about LeBron, Miami, that whole debacle on YouTube. I think all of the network will be putting in an application to possibly take over the job as their YouTube strategy advisor if it's real. Nevertheless, hey, tomorrow on the program, the one and only Jake Underwood joins the show 5:30. Going to get his take on what's going on here locally in Northeast Ohio. All that and more coming up, as well as anything else that really tickles your fancy. Right here on Unfiltered, 5 p.m. on the Inside Edge Network. I will see you tomorrow.
You know, sometimes in the sports world, we're in our own bubble, and it's like, oh, we gotta cover things a certain way. This or that. Why, as I was getting ready to tape this promo, I came across this conversation about Travis Kelce. Is Travis Kelce more known as one of the greatest tight ends ever in football, a great football player, or is he just Taylor Swift's boyfriend or now husband? This is what we have come down to here in 2026. What a world. What a world. Back with you tonight at midnight for Midnight Run. I got a lot of things to cover. I might just make a post saying that a certain basketball player is joining my team. Maybe we should have a press conference ready to go saying that this certain basketball player is joining the network. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But we got a ton of things going on. Plus, Midnight Conversations is back. It's back. See you tonight right here on the Inside Edge Network.
All right, welcome back into the Daily Spiral, everyone. Chad, I have some scenarios, all right? I'm going to give you some scenarios. I want you to give me some feedback, all right? Let's start off with one. Scenario one. Should I date a listener?
I I mean, well,
with my decision-making history, as we've all learned, I mean, I give men gas money. I've had a toxic situationship. Another guy, stayed way too long on a date for, and he compared himself to a drug dealer. Should I give the listener a shot?
I mean, I'm a hopeless romantic. I believe in love, Autumn.
Mhm.
And I think that sometimes when you make bad decisions, every once in a while, you slip up and you accidentally you fall into something good, right? It happens. It
Mhm.
happens. But at the very least, when you make enough bad decisions, like you clearly have,
Mhm.
I'm mincing no words. I'm mincing.
No, I need you to be honest with me.
We're good. No, when you make enough bad, I think you can start to really recognize when you're getting into another bad situation pretty quickly.
Mhm.
So I mean, hey, why not? Why not? Come on, why not? Why not?
Hey, if you're listening, I'm all open. All right.
There you go.
Okay. I am single. I have been single for quite some time.
There you go.
And I am very picky. I'm extremely picky. I've learned that, and it takes very little for me to just say, you know what, screw this. I'm not talking to you anymore. Very little. I once stopped talking to a guy fairly recently because I found out he was on probation for being a heroin addict.
Yeah, that's a tough road back. I understand that.
Another guy stopped talking to him because he had a stomach tattoo.
Okay. No, wait. Did he have a tattoo of a stomach like on his arm?
No, he had a big ass tattoo across his stomach, and I was like,
The other way was way funnier to think about. But okay, that's fine. I get that.
I just couldn't do it. I'm like, this looks so stupid, but all right, I'm gonna try. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
What did it say? Did it say something, or was it a?
I don't even know what it was, but he showed it to me, and I was like, this just gave me the ick. Like, I couldn't stop.
Hey, look at this. What is it? I don't know. I have no idea. I can't read it upside down. I don't know.
All right.
All right.
Another scenario.
Okay.
If you leak the news
okay,
of a potential signing of a basketball player, do you think that basketball player is going to sign with said team anymore?
There was already a thing that, and I'm just gonna,
because this is actually the second time this has happened.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't understand this. This is the second time this has happened.
Yeah. There was already a story about LeBron being a little bit annoyed, I think, with Heat fans in the first place, right? So now that this came from not only, this isn't like well-known Heat fan and streamer, the Heat is on 246 or whatever. Like this was this was their official YouTube, right? This was the Miami Heat's YouTube. This was a team employee, someone who is let's be honest, social media mistakes happen, but this is someone who's paid to know better, right? Than to do these things. I think that would be listen. I just personally speaking, that would be enough to annoy me out of signing somewhere. Yeah, I would. Come on, man. Like, really, I'm trying to, for whatever reason, at almost 42 years old, I'm trying to keep this like going as long as possible. I get it. Maybe it's the last time to truly be talked about in this way, so maybe that's why. But yeah, that would annoy me. I'd be like, man, I was thinking about it, but now it's out. Yeah.
Well, we all know LeBron has an ego. You kind of have to have an ego to be the best player in the world and to get a tattoo on your back that says the chosen one. But LeBron is also a very smart businessman. Okay. He's literally a billionaire basketball player, signed the most lucrative deal and one of the most lucrative deals in basketball history with shoes alone, just endorsement alone, not even career, just endorsements alone, right?
Yep.
And when I say second time, it already happened with the Golden State Warriors, where Steve Kerr got caught saying, "Oh yeah, he's standing here with us."
I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah.
And now this is the second time this has happened. And I'm not in his inner circle, but I can use my LeBron tingles, right? My LeBron tingles.
Yeah.
There is no way he would sign after that.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Look, we all know LeBron is about the theatrics and the dramatics. The decision was something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Releasing that article in Sports Illustrated saying I'm coming home with him on the cover, and then having a big celebration. He lives for the dramatics. Hell, the Heatles, when he was introduced, the not one, not two, not three,
Not 3, not 4.
he loves a spectacle, right? We know this.
Yep.
But LeBron is also very private, and he's also very secretive. And if you get the jump on something, he does not like it at all. You cannot leak something. And I think clearly that's what turned him off for Golden State.
Yeah, maybe.
And it probably will turn him off to Miami.
I understand.
Because you also have to think about this. Remember when he first left Miami, and then like it got exposed years later that he left because Pat Riley was trying to control the Heat a little bit too much?
Yeah. Yep.
Why would he go back into an environment where the same thing is happening?
Yeah, well, they had made up, and then now this happens, and it feels like they've taken that, they've taken the steam out of whatever. I don't know what saying I was going for there, but yeah, they've kind of taken the element of surprise, the element of drama away from him. And so now, what does that mean? Does that mean that it's down to now Cleveland and Philadelphia? Is that where we're at?
Probably, and we know. I know he said that it's a family decision at this point, right? His daughter's 12. He wants to really do it for her on where she can thrive. And honestly, if I'm looking at it, Cleveland's actually a great place for him. Okay. He's around family. He can live in his house. 2 of his kids are adults. So if Bronny wants to stay in LA, he can live in LA. Yeah. Bryce is in Arizona in college. Yeah. He really only has to think about his daughter, and he can live in his house. He can be comfortable. Look, I'm sorry. At 31, I hate going on vacation, and I love coming back home. Yeah. He's 42. He has a whole house here. And if you don't think that man is like, you know what, I just want to go home and sit in my house that I built years ago. Yep. As the shrine to myself. Basically. But yeah, Miami, somehow, some way, doing that is absolutely insane. Just absolutely insane.
I think you're right. I think that could be enough to turn him off and to completely change his mind. If that were the move, or if that were still being considered, I think that would be enough to make him say, you know what, forget it. I think you're right.
Yeah, because like I said again, it's all about the theatrics, the dramatics, and now you're leaking information. Now you're saying, here's the introductory press conference.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing? And look, we all know Rich Paul is also a king of theatrics. Yeah. That really is going to be like, snatch it back.
I'm waiting for the 30 for 30 in like 12 months when we see that like some upper level Cavs front office person is arrested for hacking into Miami's YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like that's how this went down. Like Dan Gilbert's like, you know what we're gonna do? I got it. That's what we're gonna do.
Honestly, how do you even do that? Do you know how hard it is to schedule stuff on YouTube? It is so hard to schedule stuff on YouTube.
I used to inadvertently do it all the time when I would run my show on my own channel. I would have we would go live, and then that show would end up being scheduled for like 8 different dates. I'm like, is it going to air again? Like, what does that even mean? So maybe it was totally innocuous. Maybe it was just, I don't know. Maybe they were preparing just in case, and something happened, and YouTube was like, hey, that sounds exciting. Let's put it out there, right? That'll get some clicks. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
The steps you have to go through to schedule a post.
Yeah, on purpose. Yeah.
On purpose. Schedule a post. Type the title in and hit publish. Yeah. And now they're looking for a new YouTube strategist. But Chad, we are all out of time.
All right.
Nate, you missed it. I said my DMs were open, homie, and you clearly went to sleep. Now let's bring on.
He's formulating a message on him. Maybe he's like, all right, hold on. No, I can't say that. I can't say I go to the gym 5 times a week. I can't do that. Maybe he's over there.
No.
You don't know.
No. Clearly he stopped watching. Okay.
Nate, I tried to help you, bro. When you watch this back, Nate, I tried to have. Come on, Nate. Yeah. Come on, bro. I tried to help you, man.
Oh my God, this is so funny. Oh my God, I can't wait to watch this back tomorrow. This is going to be funny. Let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Chad and I will be joining Double A for his crack show, The Midnight Run. Double A, pop on screen.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
What's up?
Can I just say, I think after 24 hours of reflecting on that Miami Heat story, I think that story's fake. I think that that job has always been open, and you don't do. I find it hard to believe somebody would actually leak that out on that date for a press conference, like all the stuff you have to go through. Even once LeBron agrees to join a team, he has to actually sign with the team.
Okay.
And, I think that story was fake. I think
Let's
that was
take it even one step further. Double A, they've already hired the strategist.
Yeah, I believe so.
And they were
I think
like,
that was his
listen,
first
here's
assignment.
the first move. You want to get eyes on the YouTube channel. Here's the first move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that was his or her first assignment, and they succeeded.
All right.
And this is for their assistant.
Right.
That's what I think.
I think this is one of those things where somebody was probably jumping the gun and being like, okay, so he's announcing it. Because remember, earlier in the week, Patrick Beverley and others had announced they were like, oh, we know where he's going. And if you get enough people to say that, and then you say, okay, so he's announcing it today, right? So clearly they were like, all right, he's announcing it today. Let's put out the YouTube to watch the introductory press conference, not knowing that he has announced nothing.
Yeah, of course.
He hasn't said nothing to anybody. Yeah. And if you see, if I'm somebody who likes money and wants to make money and wants to monetize off of something, I see that, I'm like, I don't want. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. And this is again, like I mentioned before, this is the second time this has happened. First time with Steve Kerr in the car in Golden State. Now Miami in this YouTube fiasco.
I also heard Golden State is looking for a basketball coaching strategist. Totally related. Totally related.
Yeah, well, we got more on LeBron. We'll talk about that. But we got Midnight Conversations, which we'll start in a few seconds. But first, Eli's going to play some stuff. Going to play my intro and the ID. And then we're going to set this up because Chad and Autumn, you've never been a part of Midnight Conversations. Now, this is different. This is not. If you're accusing this show of being a crack show, number one, this is very highly educational program.
Yes.
And you're going to learn a lot.
You're going to learn today
about education with Midnight Conversations.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever you say, Double A.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
And welcome to Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. Great to have you along. It is July 23rd. Glad to have you with us. Again, remember to like and subscribe at Inside Edge Net across all of our social media platforms. We're all over the place. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, underneath the video, there's a notification bell. Hit that, and you'll be able to get live notifications anytime our shows are on, any of our shows. We go live. Hit that notification bell underneath the video if you're watching us on YouTube. Also, we have a website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. We have a merch store. You can rock our gear. We also have, I believe we might have shot glasses on there. We might have shot glasses. I think we do. We have some stuff there. So definitely, yes, we do. Thank you. So definitely check that out, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Plus bios. This rate, we might be adding dating profiles at this point. And other other stuff. Make sure InsideEdgeNetwork.com. And we have a Roku app We go live anytime we're on the air on the Roku app. You can watch from your couch. I always point over to my couch. You guys can't see it, but I see it. It is glorious. I love that part of my studio room. InsideEdge Network on the Roku app. You got to definitely check it out. Take us on the go. We have 4 daily shows, including Unfiltered at 5 o'clock with Kyle Cornell. And then InsideEdge Primetime at 10. Eli and Chad, the Daily Spiral with Autumn at 11. And then this show, Midnight Run at midnight, right here every day, 5 days a week, right here on the InsideEdge Network. And other great shows throughout the week that you could check out. And it is Wednesday night. We haven't done this in a little while. We had vacations and breaking news and other things going on. I was down in the dumps a little bit. I said, let's bring this back because, damn it, I like it. It's time for Midnight Conversations. And I bring out my friends, Eli, Autumn, and Chad. We're going to 4-box this thing here in the open.
Amazing.
Now, Eli has been a part of this Midnight Conversations. Yeah. Autumn and Chad, this is your first go around at this. Listen, we get down in the dumps, not in the DMs. We're all here together. But we get down to it. And these are questions that people be thinking about at this time at night. We don't do anything like super serious or anything, but these are deep questions that I want people to like digest and analyze and really give your best efforts in really getting into these discussions. Absolutely. Eli, if I'm leaving anything out,
no, I would say just take this as seriously as you would like an ACT test or an SAT test back in school.
I definitely didn't take any of those seriously.
Autumn. We're trying to go over the rules right now. So while we
these are terms and conditions.
Yeah,
rules and regulations of Midnight Conversations.
Yeah. The 11 o'clock hour is this is Midnight Run. So, you know what, Double A, I think you've hit everything. Just make sure we take this seriously. We get in depth with our answers, yes or no, or I don't want to answer, or not answers. We will not accept those.
Nope.
And we really need some diving deep answers. Dig deep. We talk about it all the time on the network, on screen, behind the scenes. Just dig deep. We got this. All right, Double A.
All right, let's get to it.
Oh, it's Double A. I'm so sorry. Any question? Okay, no question, Double A. Back to you.
Thank you. Look at the face.
I just would like to say, all I said was that I didn't do well on the ACT or SAT because I definitely didn't study.
We're experts here. We are experts.
I sent you guys the questions.
You did
study
absolutely.
Today?
No.
Yeah.
This is an open book test. Also, this is
So you want us to study your lore drop, but you can't take Midnight Conversations, even a morsel.
I mean, this is serious stuff we got here. This is serious stuff.
Oh yeah.
Double A, how do you expect me to take things seriously when you're showing videos of piles of Skyline chili and then making bacon wrapped honey buns?
That sounds like dinner and dessert to me.
No. I'll answer that. I'll answer that. Did my taste buds enjoy what I was eating? Absolutely.
Damn right.
Did I run it off the next day? Absolutely.
Double A,
are you missing out by not trying this? Absolutely.
That's right.
You're missing out.
I'll tell you this. I think to make tonight fun, before we begin, let's treat this like Hogwarts. We have the 3 houses between Autumn, Chad, and I. We will be, of course, Gryffindor. We will be Hufflepuff and Slytherin. And I will, of course, take Hufflepuff because I won that at Universal Studios at Harry Potter. I will make Chad. Autumn's gonna be mad. Gryffindor and then Autumn Slytherin. All right, let's get going. All right,
I'm gonna miss something else. I genuinely have no clue what you're talking about because I'm not a Harry Potter nerd.
That's my daughter's gonna love that I got Gryffindor. She'll be super happy about that.
Slytherin is the good guys.
Yeah, we're fine. Totally fine.
I got you. I had no
idea. Whatever you say,
all right.
I really don't care. I don't like Harry Potter.
I can't really get it. All right, here we go. First topic of discussion.
All right.
So, obviously, LeBron is in the news. Why not? He's in the news. And there was a report that came out from Yahoo Sports, which we'll dive into a little bit later on this show, talking about the roster and how things are looking. And according to Yahoo Sports, one of the guys that LeBron may want here in Cleveland is Kyrie Irving.
No.
Which is interesting within itself, but that's not the point. I bring up Kyrie because he is notable. What is his theory about the earth?
He thinks it's flat. Oh my God, the fact that you're doing this right now is crazy.
Autumn.
Also,
We gotta let him finish. Yep, go ahead.
I will go to you first because I'm a respectful man. Ladies first here.
Absolutely, 100%.
How would you prove to a flat earth believer that the earth is not flat?
When you look out into the horizon, if you're on the beach or if you look on the sky, right? Nothing goes like this. It's a curve. If the earth was flat, it would be straight. But it curves. It curves. And then of course it was incredibly disproven when Christopher Columbus mistakenly was like, the earth is flat, so I can go west to travel east, and then thought America was India. I don't know how many things I can just I can rattle off a ton.
Now, have you gone around the entire Earth, Autumn?
Eli,
I'm asking a question. Have you gone around the
No,
entire Earth?
but I know if I look out into the horizon, I can see the curvature of the Earth, and it not be a straight line.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you have any other supporting arguments besides that, or is that it? That's the only one you have. I'm not saying I agree with the flat Earth,
I have science and history on my side, but all right, you go. Also, Nate, homie, you missed so much.
So
yeah, he's awoken. He's back in. We tried, Nate. I tried. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, that's a whole other show too.
Yep,
that's a whole other show. That's a whole other show. So, Chad, back to the. Imagine we're talking with Kyrie now. Kyrie's sitting right here. He's the fifth box.
Okay.
And Autumn gave. She's right. It was like this.
Yeah.
What would you tell Kyrie?
I'd say, hey man, first of all, nice shot. Okay. Great shot. I've been wanting to tell you that for about 10 years now. Great shot.
It's a great start, Chad. You are off to a booming start.
Yeah, great shot. And then I would tell Kyrie, you have enough money to go to the beach, okay? To sit on the beach and as Autumn alluded to, look out over the horizon and wait, Kyrie, until a ship is sailing away from you. And you'll notice as that ship sails away, the hull will disappear before the mast does. Is that because the ship is sinking? If it were the 2017-18 Cavalier, yes, the ship was sinking.
Yeah, that was the end of that.
Yeah, that was the ship was sinking, but not this ship, not the one we're watching. It's happily sailing right over the horizon. And what happens when it gets to the horizon? It starts to curve with the earth, the curvature of the earth. It's not sinking into the water. That's not why the hull disappears. It's because it's literally circumnavigating the earth. It's going around the curvature that you can clearly see. Watch the ship sail away from you, Kyrie. It's that easy. It's that easy. There are so many other. Do you need more or no? Are we good?
It's a start.
Okay.
It's a start.
Okay.
Eli.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
All right.
Your last name is Moon. I would imagine the moon has something to do with this conversation.
Yeah, but Double, I'm going to take a little twist here. Everybody's really so quick to just tell Kyrie he's wrong. I think instead we should have a dialogue. First off, this is one of Cleveland's greatest sports heroes. As Chad alluded to, the shot. I mean, an NBA champion. Not many people can say that in Cleveland over the last 50 years. Only a select few. And Kyrie's one of those guys. And I can understand where he may go wrong to some people. Because, again, I'm open to dialogue. I stand on the round earth, but I can understand what your dialogue is. Because when you were in school, you also got a flat map. You got a flat map, and you looked at it. And so maybe Kyrie was more of the flat map, the paper, roll it out, instead of like the globe. And maybe the globes weren't in some of the schools. Kyrie, obviously has Australian roots. He has different things going on. He's from down. You're like, look, there's different things going on. He's got. Let's just be easy on him, okay? So I would sit down and have a dialogue with him, Double A, first. And I go, first off, Kyrie, I love what you've done. recently. I mean, you've been absolutely in the news. And first off, we love you back here in Cleveland. If we can't get you back here in Cleveland, you're probably a little wrong with this take, but you know who would accept this? You know who's open to dialogue? You know who wants to go sit down, have a corned beef sandwich, relax with you, and just talk about the earth? Cleveland. So I would say, first off, accept the dialogue. That's, I think, what we can learn from this conversation, Double A.
I do. I agree with that. I agree.
Thank you. 1 point, Hufflepuff.
Can I
I don't make the rules.
Can I just
go
say
ahead,
something?
Autumn?
First of all, he's from New Jersey. He was born in Australia, but raised in New Jersey.
But he was born down under. Like I said, born down under.
He went to school. Me and Kyrie went to school around the same time. He graduated in 2011. Okay?
Yeah.
He had more than enough wherewithal to know that the earth is not damn flat. Now, this might be the Duke University education talking. Hey.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but it'd be
the 2 semesters that he went. Also, Nate, again, shout out. Thank you. You might want to rewind the stream to the end of the Daily Spiral, and then that might fill in some blanks for you. But no, he's just being dense and he's just saying stuff. And then let's not forget, Draymond Green also tried to co-sign on it, and he looked even dumber. Okay.
Well, I just think
we want them both here in Cleveland. Come on.
Yeah, we're bold to assume things. I just think more dialogue in this world, and everybody was so quick to bash on him. And at the end of the day, who's to say he's wrong? I am saying I lean towards the round earth, but who's to say he's wrong? Are we astrologers? Are we scientists? We're broadcasters. That's what we are. So let's stay with the dialogue. We encourage dialogue.
I'm just saying very few people have walked from one end to the other end, point to point on this earth.
Yeah.
Very few.
No, we're not going to keep doing this. We're not going to keep doing this. Can we move
no,
on to the separate? No.
Very few have walked or ran from point left and circled around and came back and same north, south, back, south. Very few have done that.
Right. And Double A, to add to that, the globe, like if you're on a part of the globe where it's kind of like slippery, like because they show you in school, like do you fall off if it's round? Why isn't anybody falling off? Why haven't
Antarctica because it's cold?
Why hasn't Antarctica why haven't you just slipped off? If you're hanging on the edge, why haven't you slipped off? Like why haven't continents just fallen off of this round earth and into orbit, into space?
Yeah,
we're not saying we agree. We're not Double A and I. We're not saying we agree.
I'm just asking questions. Yeah, I'm just saying if you could slip and fall off, like what are we doing here?
Right.
What are we doing? How many of us are actually going to Antarctica to find these answers out?
If I have to, I will. And I'll take a camera with me on the next episode of it. No.
You know what, Chad? I want you to affirm that I'm not the only one here with bad decisions because these two, oh my God, crazy.
Well, let's be clear. We're not saying we agree.
Crazy.
No,
crazy.
I think Autumn, honestly, I'm gonna disagree with you this time only because I think they're just playing devil's advocate, which could have benefited you.
The principle of this conversation, of midnight conversations, is that every single point is open to interpretation.
Okay.
Yep.
Every point, whether you agree with it or not, every point is open to interpretation.
Yep.
Like why we're trying to dive into why people are thinking the way that they're thinking.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like we
remember our green. Hold up. Remember our green eggs and ham discussion a few weeks ago?
We don't need to talk about this again.
Remember that?
No, we don't need to talk about this again.
I mean, how do you explain to children?
It's
again,
about
the eggs are
vegetables. It's about vegetables and eating the foods that you may not like. We're not doing.
Well, apparently in today's society, we can't eat vegetables either.
No, we can't eat anything. Everything's killing us.
Wait. Where do we find this green eggs and ham book? In schools. Where are these flat maps? In schools. No. I'm just saying. All right.
We're just asking questions.
We're just asking questions. We need answers. That's all we need.
No, okay.
I've got answers. We've had answers since the 5th century. We've known this answer. We've known.
I'm just saying, if Kyrie came up to you and said, "Can you at least agree that I have some points with my flat Earth discussion, and I'll come back to Cleveland?" You're not going to say no.
I would look at him dead in his face and say, "Absolutely not."
I don't buy that. The only dude to win a championship here, I doubt that. I doubt that.
Not only that,
in the eye and say, Kyrie, I hear that Utah is lovely this time of year.
Absolutely, 100%. I've been
You guys are
Chad.
tripping, man. Holy smokes.
I just looked at your second question, Double A. Where does this even come from? What the fuck is
the
going
werewolf
on?
thing? Yeah, how does being a werewolf work in space?
Ooh.
You know, it's triggered by the full moon and stuff. So, like, if you're,
yeah,
you know,
How did you even get to this line?
I love this one, Double A. I'll take this one first, actually.
Take it, Eli.
Because werewolves are interesting, you know, first off, because obviously the full moon aspect, and, you know, they get hairy at times, and that's when they really are at their full peak. Now, here's the thing about the moon. Obviously, it's in different parts. You know, you're seeing the moon. I get it. Now, we've never really talked about what the moon looks like on these other sides of the planets. We've seen pictures. We've never really seen what the shine looks like. What if the werewolf, first off, there's some guys out there that have a lot of money. Who's to say that Jeff Bezos wouldn't fund this? Get this werewolf into space, see what's going on, keep him in a contained shining of a light that is somewhat of a moon aspect, get him up there, and then say, look, when you get up there, you're going to be positioned in the full moon, but it's very imperative you're on this voyage. You have to get to, like, I don't know, Pluto. You have to get there on that kind of side to get the full moon aspect. You have to stay alive. It's going to be a challenge, but you're up to it. And here's the thing with this werewolf. It's going to keep doing it, and it's going to learn the aspects that it needs, really the characteristics to get on this voyage. You thought Odyssey was amazing. I know Christopher Nolan just dropped a new movie. Wait till you hear Werewolf in Space. This is a movie that is unlike any other movie. Guys, you think it's a game? Wait till he comes back and he runs for office.
You don't think You don't think Gail King is going back up there?
With this werewolf, of course, above and beyond this werewolf goes. This is the next person we need, or werewolf in office. And once he does this journey, comes back down, he's going to run, he's going to campaign, hit the campaign trail. Because what's a campaign trail to a dude who just, or a werewolf that odysseyed across space? Chad B, am I tripping?
Yeah, a little bit. Let me ask you. So, does the werewolf have 9 to 12 years of food? It's going to take him a while to get to Pluto. You're like, I don't know if you have to go all the way to Pluto to see a full moon. I don't think you have to.
Well, we're eliminating the aspect of aliens.
Okay.
So we're not
taking aliens into account, which is a whole nother discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
within itself, definitely.
Yeah, that's a whole
There's not
form
an
of
alien out
life.
there. I can speak for aliens on this one. There's not an alien out there that's going to let a werewolf just fly right into their territory. That's not going to happen.
Well, yeah. Well, guess what? The werewolf's very sneaky.
Well, okay.
I wonder what Buster Baxter from Arthur would say about that. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Fair enough. So does any reflection off of anything in space trigger the werewolf reaction? Is that?
It's got to hit the exact frequency that it would be for a full moon. They would do the research. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not do the research on this. I didn't know there was a frequency. I didn't know that. There are frequencies all over space. There's that. That's fine. Another thing about the moon, I wanted to. This was a point I was going to make regarding something that we've known since the 5th century, that the Earth is it's not a perfect sphere. It's spheroid. It's a little.
Yes.
It's like me. It's a little bulgy in the middle. So if you look at the moon, when our little trip I meant like I ate too much. Never mind.
Keep going. Keep going.
Just power through it.
That task.
Anyway, when our little trip takes us between the sun and the moon, if you look up on the moon, there would be a round shadow because we are a spheroid object. If we were flat, there would be an oval shaped shadow on the moon, which I think in two different ways would affect this werewolf. I think it just matters. First of all, what kind of ship is the werewolf in? Is this like a cryogenic situation where he like goes to sleep and he's there in 12 years? And he wakes up and he goes, "Damn, my back hurt." Right? Like how long? It's been.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may make him feel the first year or so. Like you may make him feel it, and keep him in that control, environment, so he can get kind of adapted. Maybe crack the window every now and then, but like keep him controlled.
He might physically, literally crack. I mean, this is unabated rage for a year up in this. I'm worried.
Yeah, but. I promise you, there's going to be so much scientific work done on this.
All right, this doesn't bode well for our space program. I'm worried about this.
I think it would increase interest in our space program because I think people want to know what's going on.
There's that. And the werewolves will be like, "Hey, if he can do it."
Yeah, they want to be invested. Autumn, your thoughts?
I love it.
I know you, Double A. I know you so well, right?
Autumn will never participate in this segment ever again.
You didn't know I was a werewolf. Oh.
This is. I mean this in the utmost respectful way. I promise you, as your friend. I know you don't smoke, but what the hell were you thinking when you thought of this? When I tell you, this is the most ridiculous question I've ever seen.
Why is it ridiculous? Why is it ridiculous?
First of all, why are you thinking about a werewolf in space?
Why is it ridiculous? Hold up, though.
It's just ridiculous.
No, I'm gonna make you dig deep. Why is it ridiculous?
Way to go back to the rules, Double.
And then you get Eli co-signing. That's even worse.
Why is it ridiculous? The rules.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this. As someone who has a large background in reading a lot of Twilight, a lot of fan fiction based in werewolves, not only would it be virtually impossible for that to happen, I don't know if you know this, but every time a werewolf leaves their environment, they're in danger of dying because, they have a certain moon that they have to transform under. It's not just a full moon. It could be a full blood moon. It could be the first full moon of the year. It could be anything. So this ridiculous question just falls apart because of lore.
How do we know the werewolf doesn't get superpowers? Like when Superman left his red sun for our yellow sun.
Yeah.
He came here and he was invincible. How do we know the werewolf doesn't like?
And what if that becomes his new environment?
And who are we to know?
If that becomes his new environment, then it's a whole different game plan.
If he's in space, if he's on any other planet, you can't. Why am I explaining this? Why am I explaining this? Is such a stupid question.
Bold from somebody.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Bold from somebody from space. This is bold from somebody that has not gone to space.
Okay, look at me.
It's very bold.
The werewolf, if he's in space, can't see the moon. The moon has to be present for the werewolf to transform. So he can't transform if he's in space, existing on the moon.
But Saturn has moons?
Yeah, and how do we know? Have you been to space
Jupiter
to
has
check that
moons?
he wouldn't be able to see if he went to space?
Move on to the next question.
You know what?
This is ridiculous.
No,
Move on.
Hold up.
Move on.
No, time out. We'll pause the next question for next week. Eli, play the KC and TT clip right now.
Absolutely, I got you. Yeah, these are the heroes. I'm with you, Double A. These are the heroes.
Play it right now.
Thank you. Absolutely, I'm with you.
Actually, no. Not that one. I'll take that off. Play the one that I just loaded in.
Yeah. But you know what? I wanted to play that one because that's the origin story. But I got you, Double. Here we go. This one.
Play that one.
Yeah, the energy was weird. I didn't feel like I was liked in the villa. I'm not gonna lie and be honest. So I'm thinking like, okay, like we're gonna get booted. They're all gonna vote. No, really. I'm like, we're gonna get booted. They're all gonna vote for their friends, and you know what I mean. The energy was just like, okay, they don't. I feel like they didn't really like us like that. That's how I feel. Okay. You know what I mean? I can't put that on anybody. Maybe it's not true, but I feel like we weren't as liked. So I'm like, if we get on that stage and it's us against another couple and they got to vote for they're gonna boot our ass. Yeah. Period. Yeah. So the fact that we were top 4 compatible, I'm like we still here another couple of days. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like we didn't win it all. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I feel like that was we won each other, and that was the biggest W. That was the biggest W because it validated everything we've been doing. Yeah.
That was courtesy of the KC and TT podcast. I don't think they have an official name, but it's their podcast.
Let me take this one. Please let me take this one. I need to take this one. Let me take this
one.
Hold
up, Autumn, before you
go. No. Because I need to go to sleep.
Before you go.
But let me take this one.
Before you go, let me take a sip of water.
Let me take this one, please. Please.
So refreshing.
This water is good. This is some good water.
Yeah, I got Dr. Pepper.
You got to get spring water.
Dr. Pepper, if you're listening, I need a sponsor. Got to see the handle.
Go ahead, Autumn.
There you go.
I want y'all to understand this, okay? I need y'all to understand this. The girls had every right to not like Casey. Casey did so much stuff to them and said so much stuff that they had every right to not like him, right? But let's talk about this idea that he wasn't well liked in the villa and that they didn't like him or TT.
All right, you get 60. You got 60 seconds.
Okay, I know. Okay, if they were not well liked at all, there wouldn't have been a sense of surprise and shock that they stayed. When the final vote happened, there was a sense of literal shock that Zach and Kata were in the finale. There was a sense of literal shock that Melanie and Sincere were in the finale, right? This is something that we all saw with our eyes, right? If he's saying nobody liked us in the villa, nobody cared about us, Sincere, the most psychotic person in that villa, would not have cried over him. Melanie would not have looked at TT and said, "You're so easy to love." Anaya wouldn't have hugged him and said, "I'm so happy that you found the connection that you have." None of the boys would have helped him with his girlfriend proposal. If he was so disliked and people did not like them and they weren't going to vote for him. He's talking about in the relation to the karaoke contest, right? So we all know the karaoke contest. It ended up being Kata and Zach and Corbin and Parmita, right? They probably would have been saved. Nobody picked them for not having any sort of compatibility. Nobody picked them when it came to like the final vote. We as America voted them out for the final vote. If it came down to the Islanders, they probably would have picked them to stay. What he says makes absolutely no sense. I have never seen someone get a redemption arc, have a perfect line to the finale, and then just obliterate it. Completely obliterated any sort of goodwill he had with any fan base. I genuinely and then
not this fan base, not Double A and I. No, this fan base still strong. Still
that makes a lot of sense
because
and their dating profile shows it. Like I said, but before I leave, my one last point. You've been a couple for less than a month. Why the hell do you have a couples YouTube channel already?
So no other press can misinterpret their words. It's straight from them.
Before I go, can I make a quick point about that video that we just saw? I just want to react real quick.
Yes, Chad.
Chad, please go.
I know that Sincere was watching that video, and when Casey said that they were going to get booted, Sincere, he's like, we're going to get. Sincere was like, but at least we never booed you.
I'm going to say this,
and then we can remember that. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm just going to say this. KC and TT survived the, what can I say? The epitome of Love Island.
Yes.
And made it as far as they could. I think they were bullied.
Agreed. I don't think Autumn is willing to compromise.
I think they were bullied.
I agree.
But unfortunately, we are out of time for Midnight Conversations.
We're going to talk about this tomorrow.
I think they were bullied, but we're out of time. Chad, Autumn, thank you. Eli and I were going to come back after the break. Rich Paul has some thoughts on Adam Silver and LeBron, and they're pretty much saying, hey, teams, fill out your roster spots. Everything's going to be cool. We're going to talk about that next. Plus, Chad put out a great top 5 list. Phenomenal top 5 list. Unlike the chicken sandwich list, I actually love this list.
Okay. All right.
But I do want to Chad, real quick, while I have you.
Yes.
The 99 Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
Are they underrated?
Really good team as well, man. Just didn't quite just not as much notoriety as the 95 and 97. But yeah, probably a little bit, I would say. Yeah.
I heard Hammy and Rosie talk about the 99 Indians. I'm like, crap, let me go to you. And we'll talk more extensively about that team another time. But I just wanted to bring it up. But
they almost had the opposite of the Giants thing. They had remember the Giants had the even year World Series?
Mm-hmm.
Back when, in the 90s, that was almost the Indians the other way. They almost had all the odd years. I mean, they're tough, man.
Right. I agree. But we're going to talk about the Patriots. I want to make a case for why the Patriots should be number 1 on that list. I love the list, but I want to make a case for the Patriots later in the show. But this is Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. Casey and TT were bullied, and we'll talk more when we come back from break. Back after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Hey guys, awesome episode of Unfiltered today. We got into a lot, just going down the list of the different power outage issues we've had, mainly on the west side of Cleveland. We also talked about this terrible thing that happened with a custody drop-off at the Cleveland Police Department's parking lot in the 5th District. Just really sad. Make sure you tune in and watch this episode. Check out, obviously, the message I had to just parents, co-parenting going through issues. It's tough, man. We also talked about LeBron, Miami, that whole debacle on YouTube. I think all of the network will be putting in an application to possibly take over the job as their YouTube strategy advisor if it's real. Nevertheless, hey, tomorrow on the program, the one and only Jake Underwood joins the show 5:30. Going to get his take on what's going on here locally in Northeast Ohio. All that and more coming up, as well as anything else that really tickles your fancy. Right here on Unfiltered, 5 p.m. on the Inside Edge Network. I will see you tomorrow.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
I want to thank Chad and Autumn for joining me on Midnight Conversation, as well as Eli. Eli's still with us, and you're going to see more of Eli in a few moments with with the show Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. Something heavy has been on my mind about this LeBron and Cavaliers situation. Like, wait a minute. And I said this yesterday. I'm like, I don't have any issues personally with LeBron taking his time. I don't. And but I also understand the media saying, like, dude, come on. Because, again, you got to fill rundowns and you got to time and things like that. And there's a thing called ratings and viewership, and you have to answer to those because you answer to sponsors. So sometimes you talk about things that you're not necessarily excited to talk about, but the viewership commands that topic to be discussed. And then Rich Paul, he had this Game Over podcast, him and Max Kellerman. And I know a lot of times Rich Paul may say something, say some things like, all right, whatever. But occasionally he drops some nuggets that we have to consider. So we're going to play a clip for you right now from his latest show. Initially, he talks about Adam Silver. Now, remember Adam Silver, and we can't confirm from multiple sources. Adam Silver mentioned, yo, Bron, you need to make a decision so we can put out a television schedule. Remember, this is not the same situation as like the NFL. Remember, I think it was last year, Aaron Rodgers took a long time to make a decision on which team he was going to join. The NFL is not necessarily dependent on superstars more so than, elite teams. So the NFL can still make a schedule and be fine. The NBA is solely dependent on superstars. So he talked about that at first, and then pay attention to the entire clip, including the end, because there's some legitimate nuggets that were dropped. This is Rich Paul and Max Kellerman, courtesy of the Game Over podcast. Take a look.
The commissioner of the league is saying, hey, you do have, just as you've mentioned, Rich, this enormous influence on our TV schedule. There are people waiting on you. There is a case there that he does need to.
I saw Adam in New York, and we discussed it. And like I said, it's still his choice. So if he doesn't really know, can't rush it. Can't rush it.
So right now the league is aware of this, that he's not there yet.
And we're not going to be rushed. It doesn't matter. I don't want to sit here and sound like this. I'll just say we're not going to be rushed.
Mm-hmm. That's totally fair for you to say.
It is his choice to make, and when he makes the choice, he's making it. Here's the other thing: it's not just like Pat said, and there's been several people to call and say, "Hey, Rich, is there anything more we should be doing? We could be doing?" And my answer is no. We don't need you to go above and beyond about anything. We understand it. It's clear. All the messages have been sent.
If they want to send me floor tickets, I can see what I can do to influence this.
We get it. And again, there's roster spots that's not filled.
Right.
If they want to fill their roster spots, we're not saying don't fill your roster spots. We're not.
But Rich, this is what I mean. It's not. You're right, but it's not.
Just when they were getting to the good part, of course, Max has to jump in. Go figure. But and I watched it too. It's like they pivot to another conversation. That was the Game Over podcast. And the schedule stuff is one thing, but I want to address, and this is where I do want to bring Eli into the conversation, the very end of that clip when he talked about, well, we're not stopping teams from filling roster spots. Well, I'm looking here on my side computer here. We're 23 days in to free agency. Right. No decision from LeBron. And James Harden is looking at the Cavs and looking at LeBron and saying, hey, with all due respect, what are we doing? And other organizations, other players are looking and saying, Draymond Green, hey, what are we doing? So now we're at a point here, Eli, where now it might be the time for the Cavaliers to make tough decisions, whether or not to do nothing, because and my thought is if you do nothing with this roster, if this is it, you're not winning a championship with the roster currently constructed as is right now. It ain't happening. But do you be safe and say, oh, we're going to wait on LeBron, or do you proactively make moves? Do you proactively make a move with James Harden? Do you make a move with Max Strus and Dennis Schroeder? Maybe Jared Allen is in there. Rich Paul talked not in that episode, but earlier in the month when he had that big blackboard behind him. Yep. They talked very positively about the Cavs, and everyone talked about the Darius Garland part. And we talk like, oh, clutch sports, cool. What we didn't talk about as much, but should be equally pointed out, James Harden was not really mentioned much at all in those conversations and looked at in a positive way. Yeah. I do think the Cavs do need to make, proactively perhaps make some moves to upgrade the roster, whether LeBron is here or not. Eli, what are you thinking?
It's difficult because, there's not too much you can move if you're the Cavaliers that's going to be really worth another team looking at you and going, oh, yeah, we'll give you sharpshooter Trey Murphy out of New Orleans, or hey, we'll give you such and such, or we'll give you this guy. And, of course, the big two names out there right now that are not obviously available for trade, because Dallas doesn't seem like they want to move off of Kyrie Irving, and Washington seems firm in their stance. They don't want to move off of him. But Anthony Davis is out there as well. You have these two guys that LeBron has played with, and those are the big fish. Can you get one of them here? And there's murmurs all the time about, the Cavs are going to entertain, both of them to see if they can get them here, get LeBron here. Okay, I understand. But you're going to have to give up capital, whether that is Jared Allen, whether that is Max Strus, whether that's both of them potentially in a trade, and maybe even Dennis Schroeder. You already haven't re-signed Keon Ellis. You already haven't re-signed Dean Wade to create some of this cap room. So you have just enough to even give them the minimum. And James Harden's waiting to see what happens there. I think you just play a dangerous game, AA, if you just go, well, let's just go all for it for LeBron. I mean, you kind of have to if that's your only option in the offseason. If LeBron is your offseason and that you consider a successful offseason if the Cavaliers front office, you're Kobe Altman, if you're Dan Gilbert, if you say it's a successful offseason,
perhaps Brandon Weems if he's promoted.
Absolutely. Brandon Weems as well. Definitely involved in that decision-making process. If they view that landing LeBron's a success, just bringing him home for the last year, then they're going to go, they should go out and make these moves already. But I think there's a reason we haven't seen them yet, is because they're trying to feel out, maybe is Golden State the front runner? Maybe is Miami the front runner? What are they going to do? What is their plan? Is Golden State going to get Anthony Davis, or are we going to have to go counter that with Kyrie? I think they're trying to play a little bit of bluff. Like, hey, I'm going to call your bluff. Golden State said they're going to go out and get Anthony Davis 3 weeks ago. He still hasn't been moved. So I think the Cavs are in a spot where they it's weird. I think they're more in the spot where they're going to settle, where they should settle in right now. They should settle in and kind of see what happens over the next few days, because at the end of the day, you can't do too much more if you're the Cavaliers. Besides moving off of Max Strus, who's not just a three-point shooter to those who aren't familiar with his game outside of Cleveland. He's somebody that can help facilitate the basketball, keep the passing lanes open, move him around, move the ball around, and he gets on the boards.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good defensively, and I know people don't talk about that, but he was pretty impressive in the playoffs defensively.
He sure was. So I mean, you get rid of him and Jared Allen, who's really your anchor. If you're going to look at anybody, I would consider him the anchor. We've talked about him at great length here on the Inside Edge Network, and I just think that's a risky game, AA, because then if you don't land them, but you end up with whoever. I mean, even if you land up with Kyrie or Anthony Davis and LeBron goes, that sounds so cool, but the other one got the other team got the other guy that I wanted to play with, and they sounded better. So now you're just stuck with either way you look at it. I love Kyrie, but injury-prone players.
Glad you brought that up, because eventually you're stuck with a roster that belongs at the Cleveland Clinic.
Correct.
I mean, I can criticize James Harden all day for play and things like that. Mm-hmm. I would rather, at this 2026, I'd rather have James Harden on my roster than Kyrie Irving.
Oh, I still disagree with that.
And I only say that because I do not trust that Kyrie can stay on the floor.
I give you that.
And that's the only reason. Talent, Kyrie. Almost every other metric, Kyrie. But in terms of availability, staying on the floor, who can I at least depend on being out there and not having ACL issues? James Harden has the important leg up in that conversation. And for an organization, for this team, for the Cavs, that's in a win-now mode, because of Kyrie's injury history, I'd much rather have James Harden on this roster than Kyrie.
I'll say this. If Kyrie could just play 50 to 60 games in the regular season, I really don't care, to be honest. Like, that's just my opinion, because it's about the
I don't know if he
postseason.
could get it. Eli, sorry to cut you off here. I'm lumping it. I hate to do this.
Yeah.
From an injury standpoint, I might be lumping in Kyrie with Zion.
I
terms of
disagree.
of lack of consistent availability.
I mean, maybe, but I think that's, I meant to tell you the other day I guess I'll tell you now. I did the math wrong on the Zion stuff. It's actually lower than 56% of the games because I didn't add the entire season he missed AA. So I'm missing 82 games. So it's probably closer to 50%, if not below, he's available. Kyrie has just ran into this, obviously, since he left Cleveland more. So, I mean, he had a year or two. He had 53 games in the 15-16 season that they won the championship. Obviously, that was a big talk. He came back at the beginning of the new year that year in 2016, and they kind of got rolling. Actually, Christmas, I believe, is when he came back, and they got going after that. But, yes, he's missed time from here and there. I'm looking at it right now. Like I said, 50 to 60. His last 2 seasons, now granted, he missed this whole year because he got hurt near the end of the season with 32 games left. So he had to recover, and they just said, just take the year off. It's a rebuild year. But 58 and 50. I'll live with that. I'm so serious. I will live with 58 and 50 if they're resting him, as long as he's not injured and that's the end of his season. I'll live with that. He already has the continuity with LeBron. There's really not much you got to show him in terms of, hey, this is your point guard role again. You're gonna move James Harden off the ball. He can be a passing lane type of guy. You get James, in real talk, let's just stop that because James Harden's probably the piece that's going away. That's not in a Kyrie Irving deal. Jared Allen's probably more than likely safe, or at least you're gonna barter to keep him here.
I'm looking here at Pro Basketball Reference on Kyrie.
Yep.
And I'm sure you're looking at it too. On the side here, I just wanted to make sure the numbers are correct. Kyrie, since the 20, oh boy, I might need glasses. Since the 2019 season, 2019-20, Kyrie has only played in 60 games or more one time. 60.
Yeah.
And the number is at 60.
Yeah.
That he has only played, one time. And that was in 22-23. During that stretch from the 2019 season on, Kyrie, in terms of number of games he's participated in, 20, 54, 29, 60, 40, 20, 58, 50.
Yeah, I just think
track record's not pretty in terms of Kyrie Irving being available for you on the floor, despite the elite level of talent that he has.
But what's interesting about that season you brought up is that's the season he went over from Brooklyn to Dallas, started finding rejuvenation for the game again. Again, his body has not cooperated with him at times. I get that. But the season after that season, he comes in, he does 58 games. He obviously dealt with injury issues, but also that was a year that I believe Dallas got to the finals, him and Luka. So, I mean, you had this run with Luka, Kyrie, this magic for a moment. Then Luka gets traded to LA. The rest happens. And that can also discourage a player. Like I said, they told him to sit out the entire season because it's a lost season. I think a change of scenery, you get the best doctors in the world, if I do say so myself here in Cleveland. You get the Cleveland Clinic. You get a little bit more to help out because if anything, and I know he was younger, but he definitely had some of his healthiest years here in Cleveland. A 71 game here in 2013-14, 75, 72. I mean, I'm not looking for him to win NBA MVP. I just need him to be cohesive enough with the offense to be able to play a postseason run. And he's already cohesive enough with the guy that the Cavs are trying to get as their big fish, LeBron James. Do I think that's enough? I think Kyrie would be enough. Maybe Anthony Davis, I'll hear you out. But again, it's all like, yes, we're going out and getting them, but so is Golden State trying to do this. So are all these other teams. Miami's going to entertain possibly Kyrie Irving. I'm sure they don't do well with keeping under wraps, but they might do the same thing.
And again, I expressed earlier in the hour, I have a funny feeling that Miami Heat story is a little iffy.
Yeah.
I think it was. Let me move on here real quick. So I think that's a discussion worth having to open up a little bit more. I personally believe, because I read a report, I sent it to you from Yahoo Sports. I think Philly's out. And I only say this because Philly has a ready-made championship team. I think if LeBron really liked what he saw from Philadelphia and everything that goes with it, I think he would have already signed. In my opinion, I think Philly is out. Miami, I think, was out. I think they are making a strong, legitimate push for LeBron. But I think right now, Golden State, and I'm on record in saying, and I hope I'm wrong with this, I really do, but I got to live by my word. I think he's going to the Warriors, but I really hope I'm wrong with that. Obviously, I want him here in Cleveland. But I think the final three, Golden State, Cleveland, Miami. I think it's those three teams. I think Philly's out. What do you think about Philadelphia, Eli? I think they're out. I mean, they have a ready-made team already. And my thoughts, if he liked what he saw already in the situation that was there, he would have been with Philadelphia. He would have signed with them last week.
Potentially. But I think, again, he's trying to see what, if Philly can eke out another move, whether it's a free agent signing, a depth piece, whatever. I think he's absolutely waiting to see how the cards shake elsewhere before he says, because here's the reality. If Golden State, Miami, and Cleveland do nothing, Philadelphia has the best roster. And I think, to your point, I understand that's something that maybe may not entice him because he wants to have some sort of, hey, I brought the championship here. But he still would get that here. He would get his fifth championship, and he'd do it in a fourth city, a city that is still a marketable sports city, and it could be interesting.
No, I get all that. I just don't think there's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing else Philadelphia can do.
Right.
Like, I think the roster as is set. If LeBron's not even on this team, the Sixers, they're still one of the favorites to win the Eastern Conference, and there's still an outside chance of winning a title.
But I think it's more so not what Philadelphia can't do anymore in terms of like they're a little bit more tapped out on moves than Cleveland or Golden State. It's a matter of, is Cleveland and Golden State going to make these moves? So LeBron can sit back and watch. If they do, if they fall on their face, the Wizards say Davis isn't moving. Dallas says Kyrie isn't moving. Then we're going to probably see a quick, swift move to action. I would not be surprised if Philadelphia became the immediate favorite if it comes out that Washington will not let up, off of Anthony Davis, and Dallas says Kyrie's not moving. Because at that point, the only other guy that could go partner up with LeBron somewhere is Draymond Green. And you know where Draymond Green probably would fit in very well, and I know it's going to drive people insane. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, where they're throwing fists and everything. I know it's out of left field, but isn't it weird that he still remains unsigned? Wouldn't you think he'd already work out it so it's just a slot, a plug and play, Draymond Green and Golden State? But the fact that he's dangling out there, I don't know, man. It feels like Starsky and Hutch. It feels like they're out there together and they're coming. They're gonna tandem up wherever. Imagine that. Though, real quick. Yeah, go ahead.
You know who his mama follow, right?
Yeah.
And who she doesn't follow?
Yeah.
She, Draymond's mom, according to social media reports, follows the Cleveland Cavaliers on the socials. She does not follow the Golden State Warriors. Let me clear the air here, folks. I would effing love to have Draymond on the Cavs.
Yeah.
I would love it. Yes. I meant that word that almost came out of my mouth. I would love it. The one thing we always talked about with this team, missing toughness, missing, the mentally, where are they falling short? Honestly, and this is going to be out of left. Let's say the Cavs lead the team as is.
Mm-hmm.
If your only addition, and maybe you have to make a couple moves to, on the low end to make it happen, but if your only other signature move is bringing in Draymond Green, I'll take it. For this team, I'll take it.
And that's what I think it is. I think it's a matter of LeBron seeing if Kyrie or Davis gets moved. If they don't get moved, it's a matter of talking with Draymond. He's going to be the final discussion before LeBron and Rich Paul talk and finalize all of this. And he goes, hey, are you trying to come with me wherever I go? And he's going to go, yeah, I definitely will. Or he'll go, no. And then we'll see Draymond end up back in Golden State, and LeBron, more than likely, I feel like at that point, ends up in Cleveland. Because if there's no other moves to be made, I feel like he does end up in Cleveland because of the fact that it's just like the hometown thing. But I don't know. It's weird. It's even got my brain thinking because Philadelphia is the best roster right now. But part of me just feels like the Cavs are still neck and neck with them, not because of the roster construction per se, but because of the heartfelt emotion of it. If he has some of that still here for Cleveland, which I imagine he does at least a little bit, that's what makes Cleveland neck and neck with Philly because Philly is a better roster.
I'm gonna say this too, and then we got to end the show. We're out of time. I'm gonna say this. If you're for all Cavs fans, Cleveland Cavaliers fans that are watching it right now, if LeBron does not make a decision, let's say he stretches this thing into August.
Mm-hmm.
He's strongly still considering the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Cavs fan, I know you want to make you need him to make the decision now, and I get that. I'm not talking you out of that.
Right.
If you're going into August, then he's looking at the Cavs and also Golden State, because those are the two teams that can make legitimate changes to their roster. Yeah. Philly can't. Yeah. If he doesn't want Philadelphia on July 23rd, he ain't picking Philadelphia on August 23rd.
Yeah, it's going to be me. Yeah, I think the longer this goes on, I think I would say my top two at that point, the more it goes on, is going to be Cleveland and Golden State. I think at that point, if this drags into August, I think because of the Draymond Green factor, that's what's going to cause Golden State to stay in this mix. And of course, you'll have your wild cards. They could tandem up elsewhere. But I think the longer this goes on, and if both of them remain unsigned, I think they're a duo package wherever they're going. Either Draymond's convincing LeBron to come to Cleveland, or LeBron's convincing LeBron's convincing Draymond to come to Cleveland, or Draymond's convincing LeBron to go to Golden State.
I do agree with that. All right, folks, tomorrow on the show, we didn't get a chance to get to the Patriots in the best runner-up conversation. We will do that tomorrow.
Yes.
Eli and Chad had a great list with the Tuesday top 5. I do want to react to that list. We will do that tomorrow because there's a lot of great teams on there. That's a tough conversation. Who are the runners-up? So we'll get to that tomorrow. Plus any breaking news, we have that covered for you tomorrow on Midnight Run. Don't worry, just because it's the middle of July, there are always stories to cover. I want to remind you guys before we go, one of our key sponsors here at the Inside Edge Network is Alley Rose Fragrances. AlleyRoseFragrances.com. Their candle, Allison, who is one of my coworkers at my day job, she handcrafts, she makes the candles, and they are fantastic. She has a whole summer collection, but all seasons. Hell, it's July. You want your home smell like Christmas in July? She could probably hook you up with that. If you're a first-time customer, go to AlleyRoseFragrances.com. Go to that website, and there's a promo code at the bottom of the screen. See it there, InsideEdge20. You get 20% off of anything that you order in that cart. Now, the key is this. It's not just one item, 20% off, and that's that. It's your first-time customer. Load that cart up. Load it up. Get candles. Get it for yourself. Get it for your significant other. Get it for your kids or your mom. She also sells body mist as well. Load that up because it's summer. We need to be smelling fresh all the time. Get the body mist, get all that stuff, and then put in that promo code, InsideEdge20, get 20% off on that entire cart. So you definitely want to check that out. Again, it's AlleyRoseFragrances.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com. For the last several months, you guys have supported our sponsors, and we thank you guys for supporting our sponsors and supporting us and supporting the great people that help us with the network and the great businesses and the great folks that help us all thrive. And we hopefully help them thrive with their business and things like that. So it's really, really cool. All right. We are out of time, and that's just Alley Rose Fragrances. We're not even talking about W Energy. We're not even talking, Keon Sports, our partnership with them, and many others. Fanatics, of course, sportsmemorabilia.com, all of that. We have that covered here on the Inside Edge Network. All right. It's time for me to go to bed. I have been struggling to stay awake besides W Energy. W's been keeping me. If it wasn't for W Energy and coffee today, I would have been night before Eli's show today. So I want to thank all of you for supporting. Again, remember, like and subscribe at Inside Edge Net across our social media platforms. On YouTube, that notification bell at the bottom. Hit that notification bell. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate all of you for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow better than ever before. For Eli, for our entire team, Autumn and Chad and everyone. Kyle was on earlier today. For our entire team, have a good night. Also, don't forget, Saturday, His Moon Bash this
right.
Saturday.
That's right.
Again, the doors open at 12 at the Brothers Lounge, West 117th in Detroit, in that area. Phenomenal place for music, 4 stages, over 50 music artists here locally, and some from other parts of the country. They're coming in. They're going to rock the house. And we're going to rock, too, at the Inside Edge Network. Myself, Papa Moon. Obviously, it's Eli's event, but he'll pop on from time to time. Yeah. Chad and many others from the network will be on hand. Kyle will be there. 1 o'clock. We're on from 1 to 8. So
yes,
when this show's done, I got to prep because we got some artists, and we're going to hopefully interview some artists. We're going to also talk Browns and a lot of stuff extensively, and I'll be on the air with Papa Moon. That alone is worth the promotion of Moon Bash. But
you're damn right.
We are excited, but with that being said, it's time for me to go to bed. I guess, and Eli too. He needs to go to bed too, but I think he's going to call Chad B first.
Yeah, I got to go to the show for tomorrow. Got to go to the show.
Yeah,
got to get ready for the people.
They do their rundown meetings at 2 a.m. It's legendary. You know what I do at 2 a.m? I'm still up. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but probably not tonight. Tonight I'm going night. All right, we're done. See you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.